Hello, and welcome back. I think we've got our technical issues worked out. Do we, Zach? I'm going to assume yes. So welcome to episode 3 of Candlekeep Academy. I am James from Top Dog Games. And we are the creators of Stat Trackers. Stat Trackers are a handy little GM reference that you'll be seeing me use this game and every time I GM. You just hang them over your GM screen in initiative order. They come in 2 varieties, the kind you fill in yourself, such as the ones for player characters. They have all the stats that a GM needs at the disposal: armor class, spell DC, skill modifiers, passive perception, things like that, so you never have to ask your players. And then for monsters, we have ones you could fill in yourself. And then, of course, we have a whole variety of pre-printed ones, 317, in fact, official 5th edition monsters, animals, and NPCs. You just fold them along the pre-scored lines, hang them over your GM screen, and you never have to flip open a book. So welcome to the game. And I think that we should probably get started right away, right? What do you think?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, welcome back to Omar and Liza. They were not able to make it last week. And we have Mark joining us this week. This will be his first time filling in. Because Laura cannot make it, unfortunately. We won't see Opal tonight. So when we last left off with Brother Ven and Lady Soraya, they had just exited the magnificent mansion, the extra dimensional space, and they don't know what happened at that point. So I'm going to give them a quick briefing. Actually, Jordan, do you think you could fill them into what happened when Radley and company emerged and the consequences?
Well, thankfully they didn't come down too hard on us. There was some feeling in the school that perhaps we had something to do with Kelvin's disappearance.
Oh no!
So we have kind of a rep in school now as being like troublemakers or people that like kind of had gone on that adventure on purpose. Which I don't know. We kind of scored some clout points in doing so.
Street cred. You got some street cred.
Well, there were some hearings as to whether or not we should be allowed to remain at the school, but we were ultimately allowed to remain. And then honestly, we got so slammed by like our mid-year exams that like there was nary time to enjoy our newfound fame because we've just been hitting the books that hard.
Right.
So that's kind of what has become of us. We made it all the way up to what is like our sort of like midterm break or our sort of our spring break. And what we find out is that Mike's character, Lionel Oakes, his family has an estate that they've just sort of come into. It's been in the family, but it's disused. Someone has passed away, and Lionel's mother is trying to figure out if this estate is actually worth her time or if it's been totally dilapidated. Anyway, Lionel's been asked to look at this, and of course, since Radley is Lionel's servant, he has to go along. But then we all say, ooh, Haunted Spooky Mansion. We all want to go to Haunted Spooky Mansion. So we decided to all go to the Haunted Spooky Mansion. We took out some horses in a carriage. Didn't work out that well for the horses, to be honest with you. Making it through the wilderness, got attacked by some griffins. Did you know griffins love horse meat? I didn't know.
Fun fact.
I know that now.
big fans of horse. Don't take horses into griffin territory, apparently. Made our way up to the house. Indeed, the house was spooky good times. Definitely a haunted place. But it was actually already occupied when we got there. There was a cult that was squatting on premises, as the cults do. The cult of the Red Sash, or the Red Sashes, who turned out to be a pack of were-ravens. But actually, as cults go, these were okay because they were actually trying to kind of protect the place, because in the graveyard of the estate, in the tomb of a deformed little girl who had died, was actually a gateway to the Shadowfell, a place of great mystery and great evil. And the were-ravens, the Red Sash, did not want to see that fall into the wrong hands. We nearly come to blows with them, but actually, what ends up happening is that the group that actually does want the Shadowfell, a rival cult who wants that access, actually comes and does combat with us. So we kind of teamed up with the Red Sash in that instance and kind of fought them back with their little undead friends. And we actually we helped those folks out, and the Red Sash was actually pretty grateful to us. And Lionel, whose family owns that estate, he decided to kind of just let them continue to remain there, protecting that place. So actually, we gained some allies. The allies are the cult of the Red Sash, and they're pretty cool. The cult that we were fighting off is actually a cult of Orcus, who is basically like a demon god. It's really kind of a nasty figure. And we need to be on sort of the lookout for them because they would love to get on into the Shadowfell. But Lionel has written to his parents to state that basically, yeah, the estate has crumbled. You don't want this thing, stay out of town. So they're not really, as far as we know, coming looking at the estate, and the Red Sash is allowed to continue to operate to protect this gateway to the Shadowfell. They are also holding an idol to Orcus that the cult really, really wants. So perhaps they will relocate that now that the cult knows where it is. And then, honestly, that took most of our spring break. So we basically are going back to school.
Right. Good.
How did I do on my test?
Good question. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to give me a DC 15 intelligence check, both you and Brother Ven.
DC 15. All right, here we go. Oh. Great intelligence, 11.
11? Mm-hmm.
I'm looking.
Lady Soraya?
She's looking for the
Sorry,
D20.
I have so many. Hold on. I got some for my birthday.
Happy birthday, by the way. That
Yeah,
is why you
happy
were
birthday.
absent last week.
Birthday.
Hey, Dad, thank you very much.
Finally 21.
Yes, finally.
21
Finally
class.
old enough.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a 7. I thought it was a 1. That's a 7.
7 total, and plus whatever your intelligence modifier
Sorry,
is.
plus 1, that's an 8.
That's 8. Okay. All right. So the answer to your question is you're not doing so well in school. And that was for your cantrips class. So you don't get the bonus.
Oh,
Some people, if they rolled a 15 or over, got to learn a free mage cantrip.
Oh, that would have been great.
That would have been great. Now you have to roll for your potions class. So same thing.
Okay. Potions class.
This one's a little bit easier to get something out of it.
I'm gonna use a different dice this time. Here we go.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Is it straight intelligence?
Intelligence, yes.
15 on the dot.
15, okay.
Oh, no. It's a 7. If only this were the casino. Is there a plus?
So you get
there a modifier?
essentially there's just your intelligence, which is plus 1, right? So that's
right. So it's an 8 again, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you try to brew some potions. You wind up with something pretty foul tasting that all it does is it turns your tongue like a grape color for a while. However, Brother Ven manages to brew himself a potion. So you have a regular healing potion with a DC 15.
Nice. Okay. Awesome. I'll add it to my inventory.
So some of you are going to be on academic probation. Grim was going to be on academic probation. He didn't pass either class. Brother Ben, he's barely skirted that one because at least he did well in potions. And Lady Soraya is going to be on academic probation as well.
Are we still on disciplinary probation for when Kelvin was eaten by?
Yes, at least for the rest of the semester. So,
real quick, potion of healing 2d4 plus 2? That's the one?
No, 1d4 plus 1, just a regular one.
Oh.
So where some of us are currently on double probation.
Yes, double secret probation.
Yeah.
Mr. Blutowski, 0.0. All right, so you come back from spring break. You see that Brother Ven and Soraya stayed there over spring break to work on preparing for their midterms.
Yes, I have been studying quite exclusively, not leaving my dorm room and really just trying to get better grades.
Nerd.
It was for the best, really. The house turned out to be haunted, and we were nearly killed.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I would have really enjoyed that.
Well,
I enjoy
all the
communing with
fun
the dead
stuff.
whenever possible.
I'll tell you who didn't enjoy the trip. The horses. I think we're going to be in trouble with that stable master.
The horses.
I mean, the horses made it. They
My-
But they are traumatized. They are less than they were.
and I still am waiting on Ninel's brilliant image of Tyr that he promised me. Is he? Where is he? I have not seen him.
He has been madly sketching in his sketchbook. I believe he is working steadfastly on that commission.
Diligently, yes, diligently.
Diligently, yes.
I just learned that word. Good word.
It is a good word. Yes.
Yes.
When Lionel gets back to the
Diligently.
stable master, you find that he is not very happy.
Yeah, the horses are probably in terrible shape. It's just
Yes,
like they were in
traumatized.
combat.
They're covered with blood, although they are not actually injured because of the magical healing they received. However, he has a hard time getting his family signet ring back, and you see that he kind of storms into the dorm, the windward manse where you're staying, and he's quite upset at the stable master, and he's kind of ranting and raging.
Ah,
Small
Did he
price to pay.
Nevertheless, time does go by. Eventually, he's able to buy his debt and get his ring back after a couple of pestering him a couple of times and going back and throwing his weight around as a noble family. So you make it through the melting, which is the 5th month of the Toral calendar, and the time of flowers. So spring starts to officially bloom, and finally the weather starts to relent a little bit as the first kind of smells of summer are on the ocean breezes that are passing through the very drafty manse where you guys all stay as your dormitory. It's in the middle of Cathorn, which is the time of flowers, and Radley, you're walking through the inner ward between buildings, rushing off to class one day, and you see this raven kind of swoop down, almost right in front of your face, and it lands off to the side, like near an alley, and you see that it's clutching in its claw this fairly large, like sack, like a little almost like a coin purse, and you see it looks right at you and kind of cocks its head back and forth, and then it kind of hops, dragging the sack with it into a little side alley, and looks back over its shoulder once at you, and then continues hopping out of sight.
Oh,
I think it's a trap.
I'm going to. It probably is. I'm going to follow it. And if it doesn't run for me, I'd like to try to roll a handle animal just to tell it like it's okay, man.
All right, so
Oh, hello, little fellow. The roll was good. It was a roll of a 15, but I don't have handle animal as a thing,
Okay.
so it's just my raw score. So 15 plus 2, 17.
Certainly this raven does not seem shy. It hops up onto a barrel, and you see it kind of looks around, and it jumps up onto a clothesline and transforms into a human figure and grabs the sheet off the clothesline and wraps it around her naked body.
Oh my!
You see that once
I was
again
about
it
to
is.
try to feed you some corn. All right, well, never mind then.
You see that it is one of the were ravens from the Red Sash. It is the older woman who is standing there in all her naked glory, except for a
yes.
finished sheet.
Thank you for delivering this message. Yes, good to see you again.
You see that she seems distressed, and she's like, I wish I could say the same. I did not know where else to go.
It is fine. Can I offer you a very large blanket?
She pulls the blanket a little tighter around her. More modesty.
There we are. Yes, of course. What is wrong? My friends are on double secret probation, but we will help you if we can.
She says, I'm at wit's end. She says, I am the last one to survive.
The other members are dead.
Yes, the ones you met. You see a single tear rolls down her cheek.
God.
She says, they've repeatedly come after us again and again, the cult of Orcus. We cannot shake them, and they know our secret now. They come with silvered weapons.
Oh, are you still staying at that estate?
We have been forced to flee. Now the door to the Shadowfell remains unguarded. unguarded, but worse, she says, I don't know what to do with this. And she holds forward that little sack that the bird was carrying.
I look in the sack.
You see that it is a ugly little figurine, probably about 6 to 8 inches tall, kind of carved of this gray stone, but it doesn't quite look like stone. In fact, when you look at it, you get this disturbing feeling that it's almost like organic, whatever this thing is carved out of, like some petrified organic matter. It is in the likeness of some hideous demon with big wings and a tusked face, carrying a rod in one hand and a handful of severed heads between its fingers of its other. And even just kind of looking at it and handling it, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Wow.
Very poor. 3, 2 plus 1.
You nearly vomit when you handle it. Like your stomach turns, you feel nauseous, you feel like that tunnel vision, almost like you're gonna pass out, and you like very quickly like.
Oh, this is well, you've put me in a bit of a situation. If I tell one of the readers you're here, no doubt they'll shunt you out of this place. Best to keep your presence here a secret, but I know the importance of your mission. I must alert my friends. They will help us. Let's find a place to stash you for a bit. James,
Yes.
do I know a place where I can put her where she will not be immediately discovered until I go to rally the rest of the party?
That is, you are on the streets of the inner ward. So unless you get her some, maybe if you get her some avowed robes, perhaps she can kind of shuffle around and nobody would notice. There are over 300 avowed who run this library, so you could certainly do that.
Okay. So easier question then. Do I know where there's a spare pair of like avowed robes? Do I know where like the laundry is?
Sure. You could have her kind of hide for a bit and
All right. I'm gonna
find something.
I'll bring her to like the area near the laundry.
All right.
And I'm just gonna find like some cast off robes that will like just pass her off as like an avowed for now.
Give me a stealth roll.
I'm not built for this.
She's really not either.
Not bad. 14 plus 2 is 16.
Okay. So you kind of dart from the alleyway that you are hiding in, hunkering down, to another one, and you get close enough to the laundry area where you see all these lines with various robes that you can snatch her a robe pretty easily.
Aha.
And she puts it around herself and puts the hood up. And she says, I must be going. I don't want to do this to you, but I have to leave this in your hands.
Where are you going? You can't just drop off a cursed item and take off back into the night.
She says, Candlekeep is the safest place for it. There is no way to teleport into this, and there is no way to track, no way to scry on someone in Candlekeep.
All right, I suppose I will look after it. I will do the best I can.
I will return. I need to seek the help of people who are higher in my order.
Well, just, get here before finals, all right? I mean, I've got a whole thing going. All right, it's fine. It's fine.
She kind of takes you by the shoulders and looks deep in your eyes, and she's like, believe me, if I had a choice but to leave this in the hands of a 16-year-old boy and give you this burden, I would.
All right, just know I'm actually 15. So I'll do my best, lady.
She says, that doesn't make me feel better.
I know. Well, I feel terrible about it, frankly. I'll just do my best. I'm not confident this will work out.
She says, I will see what I can do. Just hold on to it. And don't, if you leave the grounds of Candlekeep, don't take it with you.
Okay.
In fact, it's best if you don't leave.
Don't, fine. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're thinking to yourself, summer is coming.
Yeah.
What do you mean, don't leave?
Just, all right. I seek out the others.
Okay. You find them in the dormitory. It is a little bit before supper bell. So,
Bradley, I am in the middle of a very important chapter. What is the matter?
Ben, there is nothing more important than what I have to tell you all in this moment. So just stop what you're doing.
No, this is if I do not pass my proficiencies class, I will be in very bad conditions.
Stop being so nerdy and let him talk. I'm so tired of studying.
You look pale, Radley. You okay?
Yes. Well, no, I'm not okay. Nothing about this is okay. But I must swear you to absolute secrecy. There can be nothing more dire than what I am about to show you and the circumstances by which it was brought to me. You all remember the estate last, whenever it was, and the were raven people and the. Well, this has been dropped off to me, and I hold open the sack for them to look at the figurine of Orcus.
Oh, that is magnificent. Look at the intricacy of the it almost looks organic.
Is that the statue they were talking about?
It is. Every member of the Order of the Red Sash is dead except for the one creepy old naked lady, and she's dropped off this thing for us to watch, even though I reminded her I was 15 years old.
So
All
you
the fun stuff
I
happens when
will-
I'm not around.
I will ritualistically cast detect magic as I fawn over
Oh.
the intricate artwork.
Careful,
Actually,
Ben. I nearly passed out just looking at it.
Ven,
what does she want us to do with it?
you are trained in medicine, Ven. So give me a medicine check.
Okay, medicine check it is. I have a 16.
16. Okay. You believe this thing is actually made from some type of large petrified heart. You can see the veins going through it and the arteries, and you can actually
Look here. The vena cava is apparently goes straight into the there. This is the aortic.
Please,
this
there
the
is a
aortic
lady
aperture,
present.
no doubt. This was a heart, a beating heart.
Oh. Yes,
It's awful big for a heart.
it is. I am frightened to think what would have had this as a heart. But in terms of what she would want us to do with it, apparently she just wants us to hold on to it, and she will come back for it eventually. That's all I got.
Won't the
Oh,
cult come looking for it?
The cultists are definitely looking for it. In retrospect, I should have told her to take it somewhere else. But here it is. Here it is in Candlekeep, and we must guard it because it is safe here, because people cannot scry into Candlekeep or teleport here, so we must remain. Also, apparently, I cannot leave while I have this thing, because, or if I do, I can't take it with me. So we have
James,
to protect this.
would detect magic also give me anything else? Any other piece of information?
Yes. So this is.
And James, do I know anything about this in tales of our arcana or history? Or is it too obscure?
You can give me a history. All right. So what you find out with detect magic.
No, I have no idea what it is.
No idea. Okay. This obviously has ties with necrotic magic.
Woohoo!
You imagine that you get the feeling that it suppresses your ability, your power over undead. So, Brother Ven, you get the impression that having this thing around, if you were fighting undead, would be a bad thing.
All right, so I relay that to the rest of the party. So, having this on our person or in our party when we're fighting undead would be bad. Correct? Yes. Right, James?
Yes.
Okay. And did this thing have a name? Did we give it a name? Did somebody give it a name?
It's kind of just the figurine of Orcus, I think, is how it's been referred to.
Yep. That works.
I think we should call it Creepy Charlie.
Creepy.
That works
Charlie,
even
that's
better.
again.
All right. So what are you going to do with this thing?
I don't know,
Yes.
guys. I'm already on probation, and I don't know how I feel about having to guard something that people are looking for. I don't want to get in trouble anymore. Who's gonna hold it?
Well,
Um,
I suppose I will hold it.
Well, there's another option which we apparently never normally think of, which is we could go to the administration and say, this is what's happening. But we never,
Grim. We are
we
on
never- we never
double
do
secret
that.
probation. This will either put us on triple secret probation or we will be expelled.
Yeah, and like only nerds go to the administration.
Excuse me, Soraya. I have been to administration at least on 3 occasions in the last week.
Exactly.
One time it was to commend the chefs in the commissary on their delicious mashed potatoes that I had. I've never had mashed potatoes before coming here, and they were absolutely delectable. That's another
You
word I
see?
learned
You
very
see my
recently.
point? We can't do it.
Lady Soraya is right. We cannot tell. We don't want to be nerds, you guys. We have to deal with this on our own.
I don't understand what this problem is with nerds.
You would
Realize we're all at a place where people study magic from big, heavy books, right? So, I think
Yeah, but I have really cool hair.
Yeah, but like
What?
I
what
came
is-
here for like fireboats and stuff.
Only the cool spells.
Yes.
So, if perhaps we can speak to someone, I know that particularly some of the avowed have some experience in artifacts and maintaining artifacts away from harm's way.
Oh, the other, I mean, not to be super cynical, but the other problem is that we don't know where everybody's allegiances lie. I mean, there are people here who definitely dabble in some dark stuff. And who knows what they would get in their head if they saw something like this.
Grim is right. We don't know if there might be someone on the faculty or even another student who might actually secretly serve the cult of Orcus. We only have each other to trust.
Hmm.
I'm going to put it under my bed.
Perfect.
That sounds like a good idea.
It will be fine there. Nothing will happen.
No, you're good.
Secure a locked box or something along those lines, or
No, just under there with the extra pillow.
you wind up moving it after the first night because you have some seriously disturbing dreams.
Do we have like maybe like a trunk at the foot of the bed or something
Yes,
like that?
there's
All
a
right,
foot
so
Like a foot locker.
I take it out of like the ominous sack and I put it in another pillowcase so it just like looks like a spare pillow, but
Mhm.
like very lumpy and unattractive. Like no one would take this for a pillow, and I just leave it there. I
And
put
then,
I put a really boring book on top of it,
okay.
like
And then, like,
Claromancy for
like a-
Dummies.
And then, like, a second thought, you look around the room and you drag the footlocker like across to the furthest place away from where you're sleeping. You're like, that's probably better.
And then I put a rock on top of it.
So as the year begins to wind down, you start looking forward to the idea of being off for a couple of weeks for summer, for midsummer, and the final papers and so forth start to kind of pour in. And one of the classes you're taking is with Alchrist, who is the Dragonborn, who is in charge of historical battles of Toril. And he gives you a kind of a brutal assignment, which is to find a first-hand account, so a diary or something like that, of a soldier or somebody who was involved in a war since the year 1000 Dale Reckoning. So it gives you about almost 500 years of history, and to compare that to actual official records of the battle and see how they compare. So that is your task, which sounds like quite a chore. You find out through your advisors that a place that has a lot of military journals and things like that is called the Firefly Seller. Firefly Seller is actually the only big repository of books that there is in Candlekeep that's outside the inner ward. It's actually in the outer ward, located in this place called the Firefly Seller, which is beneath the House of Rest, which is the boarding house that puts up strangers. And they also do allow seekers to use the study rooms within this library. And you are told by your advisors that to seek out senior scribe Varnya, and she works down there. So that is where you'll find a big repository of various military journals and things like that never quite got filed away into the official inner ward, but they are in the middle of a restoration project of this particular library annex. Mark, so your character, Donovan, has been an initiate avowed for probably better part of a year at this point. So it's coming up on summer. You started last summer. A good 6 months of that time has been spent with senior scribe Varnier, and she is, like I said, restoring the Firefly Seller library, and you've been assigned to her, and that's what you've been doing, going through just crates and crates of unsorted books and trying to figure out some sort of method to filing these various tomes. And you've been doing this for 6 months, and you're basically beginning to think that perhaps this was a mistake. Maybe you should have taken up the military life that you.
I should have listened to father and went to war. It's terrible.
But you are living in this library here. You're living beneath the House of Rest, so you have your personal belongings there, which include everything that I put on your personal character sheet. So your chain shirt from when you were a soldier, your sword and your father's warhammer, and your shield. So that, among some other personal belongings, you actually do have in your room.
Okay.
So the rest of you have a paper to write, and you've been told that the cellar, the Firefly Cellar beneath the House of Rest, is the place where you probably can find some things that a million students haven't already used for their paper.
All right, so the sooner we get this started, the better.
Yes,
Oh, I do love to procrastinate, but I suppose we'll start now.
yes, I've already written about 4 pages, just purely based on my previous experience in studying this subject. When I was home in Tribal, the Order was particularly well versed in all of the global conflicts that happens in this area. So I do feel I am somewhat in a good position, but nevertheless, I need to find a journal.
What?
So I'm going to say that Radley is not a good history student. I think Radley likes all the practical classes, like the chemistry and science-based classes, and history to him is just like super boring. So Radley says, I've written nothing, and I intend to write very little. I want to write as little as possible to receive a decent grade. So let's bear that in mind.
But do you not care for your own education?
Yeah, well, not this part of it. I have other things going on.
All right, so let's I guess we'll make our way over there and introduce ourselves to senior scribe Varnier.
Varnier.
Yeah.
All right, so you make your way out of the inner ward, past all the fabulous and crazy variety of architecture that makes up all the buildings that are the Candlekeep Library. You exit through the emerald door into the outer ward, which is where most people, as far as most people will ever get in their lives. And you make your way across the court of air, this very large, open, spacious, pretty much empty cobblestone courtyard to the House of Rest. The House of Rest is a multi-story boarding house that can physically fit about 50 guests, but they also open up magnificent mansions off of doors that don't normally go anywhere, so they can hold any number of guests if required. You are told to kind of go around the back. When you go around the back, you see that there is a door that leads to a stone spiral staircase. Standing just outside the door, you see there is a rather bored, avowed, just standing there, and he sees you coming. He's like, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we have come in search of senior scribe Vani.
Oh, you're the students.
Yes.
Yeah, go right down.
This is Soraya. This is
it's okay.
Radley.
I don't think he cares, Brother
I
Greg.
don't care.
Then let's just go downstairs.
Go on down. Her name is Varnier.
Varnier?
Vania.
Burning?
Yeah. Close enough, lady.
Okay.
So he directs you down these stone spiral staircases that lead down and down and down into the earth. And you see that as you start to descend, every maybe 20 or 30 feet, certainly not enough to fully illuminate the stairs, there are these little lanterns, and they are filled with fireflies. And that is the only source of illumination down these steep spiral staircases. And as you descend into the bedrock, eventually it opens up. And when it opens up, you see that you are in a tremendously tall chamber, probably 60 or so feet high. And as you descend, you see there are balconies, and the balconies are about 10 to 15 feet deep, and they wrap all the way around this massive chamber. And you can see there are bookshelves on each one of these balconies. And there's about 6 balconies or so, spaced about 10 feet apart. And in the middle of this massive chamber, hanging over the floor of this library, is a huge stone sculpture that looks like basically like a big open book, but almost sculpted to look like a flying bird, like a flapping bird.
Wow. Impressive.
Yeah, pretty impressive. And the entire place is dimly lit by these firefly lanterns.
This
And
place
you
is beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You do see it's very musty smelling, and all of the or most of the balconies that you get to are completely packed with crates and crates of unsorted books. So
Uh-oh.
certainly this place was once or could be quite grand, but right now it is an unsorted, kind of dusty, cobwebby mess for the most part. But when you look down, you do see that the floor of the library itself seems like that's where the renovation and the restoration has begun. So you continue walking down the steps to the actual floor of the library itself.
Yes.
Lady Soraya, did you know that there are approximately 2,000 species of fireflies in the world?
I do now. Thank you, Bang.
Yes, it's really quite magnificent.
Okay, so
Where do we look for the stuff? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
That was it.
Perhaps
as you
there will be
descend-
someone to help us.
The musty smell of old books hangs in the air here. You see these huge bookcases dominate the space, along with heavy granite study tables. In the middle, there is this large circular granite table that hangs underneath sits underneath that big book overhead. When you get down to the bottom floor, you get this sense of like vertigo. I don't know if you've ever been to the American Museum of Natural History in New York with that whale hanging over your head.
Mm.
I can't even walk in that room without getting like total vertigo. So you get that like weird feeling of something so big and heavy kind of hanging overhead like that. But you see that there's a couple of people working down here on the main floor, and they kind of look up as you walk in. One is a elven woman, indeterminate age, because elves are tough to tell age. But she's very kind of stately looking, and you see she's wearing the robes of an avowed, and she starts making her way over to you. You see there is another human male also wearing the robes of an avowed. He doesn't even look up at you. He's just working furiously from some books. And you see, oddly, there is another tabaxi. So you just met Mira, who's one of the students there, as the first tabaxi you've ever seen. And there is a tabaxi who's working hard, who kind of looks up, and she seems very, very curious about you people coming down. Looks like she wanted a break from her studying whatever she was doing. So the elven woman kind of floats over to you very gracefully and says, "Welcome. You must be the students that I was told would be coming down to do some research."
Yes.
I am Brother Van. This is Lady Soraya. Over here we have Radley and Grim.
Hello.
We are students.
We're
Come
writing
to do research.
Yes, we're writing Alchrist's paper.
On military history.
Right.
Military history. Oh, well, you certainly come to the right place, but I'm afraid many of those books are unsorted at the moment. It might be a bit of a challenge to find something. Many soldiers, unfortunately, are not the most literate people, and often their journals are pretty much useless.
We were told to ask for the senior scribe.
That is me. I apologize. I am Senior Scribe Varner.
Oh,
Oh,
Bernier.
Pleasure to meet you,
To make your
Senior Scribe.
license.
Pleasure to meet you. This is my initiate scribe, Donovan. She
Oh.
indicates a person standing there. sorting
Donovan,
books.
it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Brother Van. This is Lady Soraya. Here we have Radley and
Yes.
Grim.
Nice to meet you.
thank you.
Hello, Donovan.
Nice to meet you.
Quite. This is over here. We see this is my good friend Ebdur, and Ebdur kind of looks up, raises his eyebrow, and he says, "Friend." Well, anyway, he's another avowed here. He's one of the scribes, and you'll see his daughter running about, perhaps Galeby. She lives here with Ebdur, and this is Cthulhu. Cthulhu is just a visiting academic here doing some research. And you see she rises to her feet, the tabaxi, and kind of very gracefully prowls over to you and shakes each of your hands in turn. And says, "Oh,
I am Brother Van. This is Lady Soraya. This is Grim, and this is Radley.
pleasure to make your acquaintance. It's nice to have some people to talk to finally here. They are
Well, don't
not
get
the
him
greatest-
started though. Don't talk to this guy.
Whatever do you mean?
Nothing.
It's nice to have some young blood here, at least," she says. "Well, if you'll excuse me, I will go back to my studies."
What are you studying?
"Oh, well, I am studying folklore. There is quite a bit of questions as to where my people came from, what their origin is, and I am trying to make heads or tails of it," she says, smiling at her own pun.
That's funny.
"I like you," she says.
I like you too.
She says, "Excuse me," and she prowls back over to her table and flips back open the books.
I look over at the remaining party of scholars, whether it's Varnier or Donovan, or would anyone be able to point us in perhaps just sort of the right direction of maybe where most of the unsorted soldier books are? I don't know how you have things organized here. Some kind of decimal system might be nice.
Oh, follow me. I've been
do
over
we?
here
I
for
mean,
6
Donovan?
months. Yes, follow me. I've
Oh.
been working on these pile for 6 months.
Thank you, Donovan.
Yes, please, Donovan. I will catch up with you later. By all means, the students are free to stay in one of the rooms. We have plenty of rooms down below. And she kind of indicates a spiral staircase on the other side of the library that descends.
Donovan, if I may, my intrigue was piqued by something Cthulhu said. Perhaps is there any documents or volumes or tomes that might have some information about, well, people that look like I do?
I am a red tiefling about 6'3".
Okay. Well, I haven't come across anything like that. It's been mostly diaries of battle and things of that nature. And honestly,
Well-
my eyes are bleeding and I could use a break.
We are here for those, definitely. However, if you do come across something, please don't hesitate to let me know.
Okay.
How are you sorting the volumes that you find? Like if we find a volume that fits in a certain epoch or something, should we put it aside?
Sure. I mean, most of them are chronological, but other than that, I can sort by author if they actually did leave their names.
Okay.
I'm kind of hoping I could do like a eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and just kind of get a book. You know,
Our
me and my
assignment
Kenku.
is pretty simple. We have to find a firsthand account of battle, and then find another tome that was written by historians and see how they differ.
Ah.
What he's
Uh,
saying.
One sec. So I run off and shuffle through the books, and I grab one and I bring it over to you. This should do nicely. Check this out.
What? Okay, open it up. Take a look.
And it's still, you'll go and you'll see all the history and stuff in there.
Oh, so this is an official history. Okay, good.
Mm.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so that is Major Battles of Toril. It's not a book you've seen before, but certainly seems pretty a succinct summary of the battles of like the past 300 years. Which
All
is
right, that's a great start. That's a great start. Thank you, Donovan.
You're welcome.
So now you just have to find some of the many, many journals and start kind of poring over those and see if any of them are worth. And that's just pure time. Especially, Donovan, why don't you give me just an intelligence check?
A librarian check.
Yeah, give me a librarian check.
Liberian check.
Yeah, give me a library check.
A Liberian check.
Ooh, that is not a nat, but a 20.
Are you a light barbarian?
Wow, nice. So Donovan's help is totally invaluable. I mean, he knows where he's like, oh, I think I saw some diaries over here from around that time, which was this battle, and maybe some of them are from soldiers and so forth and so on. So you start working well into the night, and you realize even though there are no windows down here, and there's a constant glow of these firefly lamps, you do start to feel sleepy, and you imagine that perhaps it's late at night, although you're not sure. And you meet one more inhabitant of the Firefly Seller, and that is this Kenku, which is another first for most of you. It's kind of like a bird-like human. Doesn't have wings, so not like a were-raven. Just has regular arms and hands, but the face and beak of a bird. And seems to be an older Kenku, kind of losing some feathers, molting, wears kind of a dusty gray robe. And this Kenku's job seems to be the caretaker of this place. So he or she, or you're not really sure which, shuffles around and has a long hook that they take the lamps down, and they have little bags of fireflies that they replace the fireflies, and that's what this Kenku seems to do, just kind of shuffle around and take care of these firefly receptacles.
Oh, hello.
What? Hello.
Hi, I am Grim.
Hi, I am Grim.
What is your name?
She makes a crinkling noise.
Is that your name?
That's why we call it crinkle, says the Tabaxi, who's kind of hearing your little interaction with the Kenku.
Oh, thank you, Cthulhu. I've never met I've never met a whatever this person is before.
That's a Kenku. They're very nice, she says.
Absolutely fascinating. I will you see that Brother Ven is like almost rude. Is just examining and doing circles around.
The Kenku kind of jumps as you're walking around. The Kenku was jumping, following you around with its head. And says,
are you covered in feathers?
Are you covered in feathers?
That's remarkable. She can mimic. It's crazy. She mimics the things that other people say. Have you noticed?
Charming, yes.
Get back to work, Crinkle, she says in Varner's voice, and goes shuffling off.
It was an honor to meet you.
It was
Crinkle.
an honor to meet you, Crinkle.
I am Brother Ven. Brother Ven.
He says, I am Brother. This crinkling noise.
This is great. Brother Ben, we need to have Crinkle around all the time to have discussions with you.
Yeah, you're not sure. Crinkle's
fascinating. The way she can mimic.
She's interesting, but she's a little creepy, gotta say.
I think that's the perfect thing for you to talk to, because it'll talk right back to you as much as you talk to it.
I'm so happy they found each other.
It's like
that's
match made in heaven.
Yeah, you got a picture of Crinkle on the board. Look at that. So you bed down for the night. You're given one of the dusty rooms for the Avowed. You're given a couple of them. There is, if you go down into the basement, down the spiral stairs, there is a long, very claustrophobic hallway. And that leads to a number of doors, one of which you can see as you're walking down the hall. You almost get barreled over as this little, maybe 8-year-old girl comes running out of one of the rooms. And it's like, oh, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? What are you doing here? And she's like, oh, she looks up at Brother Ven, and she's like, oh, a devil.
What does
That is not
I've seen
politically
pictures
correct.
of your kind.
of my kind?
Yes.
Pictures?
Yeah.
Where have you
Just
seen
come.
these?
She grabs your hand and she starts pulling her towards one of the rooms.
Okay, I go. I follow. Curious, confused, but curious.
All right. So she starts like throwing books around in her room. You see she has like drawings and sketches all over the place and a number of books. And she starts flipping through one of the books. And you see she stops at a page about pit fiends. And she shows you a picture of it. Like, look! See?
What?
Same horn,
Yes.
same color.
Yes, I can see where maybe there might be a small resemblance. What is your name?
Oh, I'm Galeby.
Galeby, I
yes,
am Brother Ven.
Oh,
It is an honor to meet you.
brother, you're a priest?
Well, I belong to an order of clerics.
Oh, I didn't know devils could be priests.
Yes.
That's a new one. I'm gonna have to tell my pa. Did you meet my dad?
That would be Ebdo. Ebdo, yes.
Yeah, Ebder,
Yes,
yeah.
Ebdo. Yes, we met. Yes, he's very, very much.
Yeah, I guess so. So anyway, you want to see my room? And she starts showing you all the stuff in her room.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing? Are you kind of standing in the doorway? Are you making?
Laughing is mostly what I'm doing.
I'm
The pit
pretending to look through the books, but I'm really just making myself look busy.
All right. You see, as you're looking through the books, you see that there's child drawings. Nothing much to see in the room. There's toys, so it looks like she's well taken care of. Although it seems like a sad existence down here in the windowless Candlekeep annex library.
Is she very pale? Like does it look like she doesn't go
Yeah,
out?
she's pretty pale. Pretty pale.
That's not good.
But she seems in very good spirits and very intelligent for her age. Quite a little whippersnapper.
Cool.
About this time, Ebder comes down and he's like, Galeby, leave the people alone, Galeby.
No, she has shown me quite a bit of her artwork at school. Remarkable.
Her artwork.
Yes, she's doodled in these books.
So you see that some of the drawings are kind of disturbing. You're looking at it's like
I wish I would have known that before I said they were remarkable.
You're like, they're so pretty. See this man's. Oh my! Is that his feet that have been cut off? And
Yeah, exactly.
is that a dog ripping that woman's hand off?
I love the color she uses for the entrails.
It's very vibrant. He's like, yes, we've talked about the drawings, Galeby.
Guys, I don't know. Little kids, they creep me out. Anytime there's a little kid, something creepy happens. So as far as I'm concerned, like perhaps we should just kind of leave her alone.
And you weren't even at the mansion with all the dead kids.
I'm so glad because I wouldn't sleep for like a year.
And to be clear, they were dead to begin with, just in case anyone's like overhearing us.
Oh my
It
goodness.
had nothing to do with it.
La 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 la. I don't want to know.
The Ebder is like, okay. Like ushering you out of.
They can't
Galby's
prove
room.
it. They can't prove anything.
Lock your door, honey, he says. So you bed down for the night. You see the accommodations are quite simple. Looks like they haven't been used in a while. They basically put all of the boys in one room, and you get your own room, Lady Soraya. And next morning, you smell something cooking. There is a kitchen down on this level as well. You see that the Kenku has cooked up some eggs and bacon. Interesting contraption that they have down here. It looks like there's some kind of large metal stove type thing, but there's no fire. He just kind of flips the switch, and you see that the grill gets like red hot.
Wow, that's interesting. How does that work?
Hmm.
He says something like, "The latest in modern conveniences."
Okay. Does it look like it's magical or mechanical?
Looks magical.
Wow, pretty cool.
This is
You
fascinating.
can give me an Arcana check, John.
Yeah.
Grim.
I got what did I get? I got a 15.
You imagine it's some kind of heat metal spell like imbued in there.
Wow, pretty impressive.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
I'll turn to the others and just say it might be a heat metal spell that is turned on and off somehow.
Oh, brilliant.
Wow, very interesting.
So you sit around, you see that everybody kind of gets together for breakfast. So everybody is in there with the exception of Crinkle. After Crinkle finishes serving the meal, she just kind of wanders off, you assume, to go tend to her fireflies. And also Galeby eats very quickly and then takes off. So you gather around the table in the kitchen and then make your way up to the study floor again, the main floor of the library. And you're sitting there, it's quiet until you notice that your companions are humming a melody under their breath. And oddly, it's the same tune that's been stuck in your head since you woke up.
Okay.
After a moment, you realize you too are humming this same melody. And you begin to realize that everybody in the room is humming this melody under their breath.
No, that's weird. That's got to be some kind of charm or something, no? I mean, that's pretty weird.
What song is this? What song are we humming?
It's so
well-
weird. I can't stop doing it. It's like.
No, that's not the song. Is that maybe yours sounded more fun?
Lady Soraya might have two songs in her head.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I always have songs in my head.
It's a very annoying tune, and it's just kind of like, da 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 da. Da, 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 da. It's like an annoying, like almost like a repetitive rhyme, like a nursery rhyme type thing. So
Can we recognize it?
no, I mean,
We're all going to die.
you do not recognize it.
Is it coming from a book? Is somebody reading the lyrics or something like that? I look at what people are reading, if anybody's reading anything, and see if anybody's reading the lyrics or anything like that.
You see that LB, not LB, what was his name?
Ebder?
Gilby?
Ebder.
Gelby?
Thank you. Ebder is like, would you please stop humming that? He says,
We don't even know what it is. What is it?
I don't know, he says. And after a minute, you see that he's kind of like plugged his ears, and all of a sudden he's reading, and all of a sudden he starts to hum the tune as well.
You see?
He said, by the gods, what is going on here?
Where did we hear this? Where did it come from?
Suddenly you
We don't hear it. We're actually humming it without hearing it, right?
Yeah, you're very familiar with this song, and yet you cannot place how it is that you've heard this tune.
It's like an what do they call that?
Earworm.
Earworm, yeah, that's it. That's really weird. And nobody's perusing a book of music or anything like that right now?
Not at the moment, but now everybody's kind of on their feet and they're looking around, and you can suppress the humming, but it takes a conscious effort to stop humming this song.
Where's Varnier?
That's a good question. Suddenly you hear this large slamming sound that echoes through the entire chamber, followed by several mechanical noises like few minutes later, you hear the soft footfalls of an elf descending the spiral stairs, and you see Varner coming down the stairs. You see that as she's descending, she is humming the song to herself.
Okay. What were those noises? Senior Scribe Varnier, what was that? All that commotion?
She's like, I have locked us in.
Okay.
Why have you done that?
See, with a visible effort, she suppresses the song she's humming and she says, when I first arrived at Candlekeep, the Avowed were concerned about a singing madness. So a book merchant afflicted with it was put in isolation after several Avowed began singing the song as well. She pauses and frowns. I don't know what happened to him and the others. That was 600 years ago when I first arrived here at Candlekeep. I've alerted the Avowed and sealed the exit to stop whatever this is from spreading.
It's like a song disease.
That sounds like it's true. A song disease. That's interesting.
So you have effectively quarantined us, have you?
I have quarantined us until we can figure out what this is and keep it from spreading.
I choose to believe that this song is merely a conspiracy. I do not think it is real.
Are you trying not to sing it?
Yes.
Give me a concentration check.
I've rolled a 5.
Yeah. And right after you say that, you go.
I don't like this one bit. Someone is using this songbook for some kind of political gain. I'm convinced.
So what is it you're going to do?
It is 600 years ago. Was the book merchant did he pick up this earworm from a book?
I don't know. I was just an initiate, an adjutant.
You were here? Wow.
I was here. Yes, I'm a sun elf. Just don't look at me like that.
Ven will start casting ritual casting detect magic.
Okay. Takes a while.
Yes.
Yep, you have to give me a concentration check.
Okay, concentration.
Not be interrupted.
Where's Gail be?
Good. 17.
Okay.
Total.
Since the ritual is a long thing to do, you're going to give me 2 more of those.
2 more. All right, here we go. Change up the dice. The second one's a 10.
That's
a 9 plus 1.
That's good.
1 more.
More.
Last one's a 6.
Oh, so towards the end of your ritual, you start singing and you botch the verbal components of the ritual. You have to start over.
Where was I? Soraya, please be quiet. I'm trying to concentrate.
What?
All right, so do I have to do them again? Is the checks again?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 6 on the first one.
Cannot focus on this ritual.
This is great. I can see why this would be very bad for the entire staff and
magical community
student body to be infected.
Okay. No, I can do this. I will try one more time. One more time, I will try.
Okay.
Please, everyone.
Have you come across any books of music or songs or lyrics or anything like that?
Not in your very brief look that you spent on this library. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of tomes in this library, in no order.
I rolled a 10 on the first one.
Okay, that's a success.
15 on the second.
Success?
And a nat 20 on the last one.
All right. Okay. All right. So you finally complete the ritual after your 3rd attempt. What is the range?
You see that Ven is like profusely sweating, like robes are drenched in sweat, in tiefling sweat. What was that, James?
All right, so detect magic. So you're basically, it's a small area, right?
Yes, 30 feet.
30 feet.
I can move around though, and it lasts about 10 minutes.
Okay. So every round that you have this, you have to maintain concentration. So you have to roll a
Okay.
concentration check every
Okay.
round that you
Fair
try
enough.
to maintain the spell while this rhyme is going through your head, or this tune, I should say.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sounds
So
good.
you start detecting magic. You see that the glasses that Varner are wearing are magical. You also kind of see that you get the sense that there is definitely some kind of magic just permeating the air around you.
Hmm.
And it is necrotic in nature.
Hmm.
But
Gravity is interesting.
really, that's all you get from that roll.
Radley, you didn't bring the figurine, did you?
I did not. It is in the very secret place that
Okay,
none
okay.
may
No,
ever
that is
find.
good. There is
So
some
long
kind
as
of
no one has moved the rock.
It is in a super secure location.
there
Yes.
apparently is
None could guess.
My foot
some kind of necrotic essence in the air here.
Can I tell where, or maybe it's emanating from? Is there any indication so I can move in that direction?
You can give me an Arcana.
All right. Arcana 8. Ugh.
No, it just seems to be faintly permeating the air, almost like a faint mist that's just hanging in the air. And like
Listen, Brother Bang,
Then, yes.
that's why I said Bang. Que I have a strong feeling that this could have something to do with your little kid friend from last night.
I was thinking
Because this reminds me of like a little kid's song. So why don't you find out if the little kid has something to do with this?
All right, so I'm gonna move. I'm gonna oddly agree with her reasoning, her logic, and move towards where I saw last I saw Gilby. Gilby?
Gilby, yep.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking that maybe since she's got free reign of the place, she just came across a book that
Oh.
she wasn't really supposed to be playing with,
And she's also a little weird.
and maybe that's why she draws such weird things. I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So yeah. So
You find Gilby in her room. She's
Okay.
just kind of sitting there. She's playing with some dolls.
Is she humming?
She
is there any
humming the tune.
magical
Yeah,
any magical essence coming from there?
No more so than elsewhere.
Excuse me, Gilby.
Oh yeah, you're back. Hi.
Yes, Gilby, have you noticed the song we are all humming?
Yeah, I can't get it out of my head, but I feel like I don't know where I learned it.
You don't recall reading or seeing anything that perhaps might lead to a clue?
I don't think so. I mean, you know the song too, huh? I hear you singing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but boy, it really sticks in your head, doesn't it? And she's singing it and mumbling under her breath. She's not even trying to suppress it.
Wow.
All right.
So since Lady Soraya considers herself very I'm sorry. Were you gonna say something?
Good.
Since she considers herself very charismatic and persuasive. She wants to go over and see if maybe she can talk to the kid and see if the kid will divulge anything.
Okay, give me a persuasion roll.
Speak to the tiny human.
+6.
All right, 16 plus 6.
22. Nice.
Fantastic, 22.
You get the impression she didn't learn this song from a book or anything that she found. She seems to be being pretty forthright that she doesn't know how she got this song stuck in her head.
So I turn to Ven and
Definitely heard it somewhere.
and just tell him, okay, I'm usually pretty good at these things, and I think the kid's telling the truth.
I will continue to look around.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that too. I think I was going to start looking and see if any of the books that she's collected is anything that stands out, anything that looks unusual, you know?
All right. So let's see, Galby's room. Just, clearly a child sleeps in this room. Toys are scattered on an unmade bed. Piles of clothes obscure all but a few bare patches on the floorboards. Above a writing desk in the corner dangles a dragon marionette made from brass and wood with wings of dyed red canvas. And a round firefly lamp hangs in the opposite corner.
Cool.
Aside from the books and the drawings, kind of the weird, disturbing drawings, that's pretty much it.
No music box or anything like that?
No music box. Nothing of the sort.
It's pretty weird.
What about the fireflies? Do the fireflies have something to do with these?
Are they humming?
They just, you hear that faint plink plink as they knock off the glass, So you can hear, even from your position down here on the lower level, you start to hear this shriek from up the stairs. It starts kind of low and just starts to build and crescendo. And you see that when Galeby hears it, her eyes go wide and she goes, "Father? Father?" And she runs out of the room and goes running towards these spiral stairs.
I'm going to race after her.
Yeah.
Okay. You find when you go racing up the stairs into the main library, you find Ebder kind of almost having a fit of sorts. You can see that his eyes are wide. The color part is rolled back into his head, and he's just absolutely shrieking. You run over to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is my detect magic giving me anything?
Yes, you have this huge spike in necrotic energy kind of floating all around you and around Ebder. Suddenly he starts again humming the lyrics of this, humming the tune of this song, even through his fit that he's having, his seizure. His body is shaking, and suddenly the firefly lamps just start to flit out, plunging you into a complete darkness. And after an uncomfortable second or two with Ebder screaming at the top of his lungs, the lights come back on. You suddenly feel the temperature in the room plummets to the point where you can see your breath in front of you. The hairs rise up on your arms and on the back of your neck, as finally Ebder's scream starts to fade away and the firefly lamps kind of stop flickering on and off, but it still remains insanely cold in the library. You can see your breath, and it is absolutely freezing. Ebder kind of collapses into an exhausted heap, and Galeby goes running over and is crying and trying to get her father to respond.
I'm just going to do standard seizure procedure and just kind of clear the area and turn him onto his side.
Okay. Yeah, you're not sure what kind of
teacher training. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
It's all right, Galby. Your father will be fine.
Is he alive?
Yeah, he's breathing.
Does he look conscious, or is he like out of it?
He's very out of it. Very out of it. He looks conscious, but he's not responding. He's unresponsive. His eyes are kind of rolling when he looks at you, and you're like, if you try to speak to him, he's not answering. He's not answering his daughter. All of a sudden, you feel this kind of pressure, and you hear this like vibrating all around you, and you see the books and the bookshelves all around you are starting to kind of like shake in their cases, and one by one they start flying off the bookshelves in your directions. So everybody has to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Jim, where is Donovan right now?
I assume you're there in the main part of the library, or maybe on one of the balconies above.
Okay.
14 for Ven.
7.
Okay. 7.
9.
7's a pass, right?
7 is a fail. Yeah, 7's a pass. So this big heavy book hits you on the head. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I'm insulted.
What'd you get, Lady Soraya?
A 9.
A 9. Also, 1 point of bludgeoning damage as these books start hitting you in the back. You could feel them bruising your back. You're trying to run
Ow.
and take cover behind a table. Anybody else get under a 13?
Well, I have to do the obligatory Scooby-Doo line. I've heard of hitting the books, but this is ridiculous.
I get 24, so I'm reading
Alright.
books as they go by.
Yeah, Donovan got a 10.
And
Yep.
also 1 point of damage, Donovan. And for you, Brother Ven?
Good God.
I got a 14.
A 14. Okay, so you managed to duck these books. So I also have to roll a dexterity saving throw for Galeby. She fails. She gets hit right in the face, this little girl, with one of these books, and she drops to the ground. You see blood sprays out from her nose and her mouth, and she hits the ground. Ebder, who has disadvantage, also takes a couple of books to the head, and you see he slumps to the ground unconscious.
Jeez.
These books are going to kill these people.
Didn't like a book monster
Yes,
like nearly kill me?
it did.
Yeah.
There's a lot of book monsters.
You know,
apparently.
You see,
PTSD.
guys, this is why I don't read any books.
Varner barely manages to duck out of the way, and Cthulhu rolls a 19, so she basically leaps over the table, does a roll and is underneath one of the tables as the books are flying around the room.
So
So you see, this lasts for a couple of rounds. It's just like this tornado of books that are flying around violently.
I want to step away from everyone, so I'm more than 5 feet away from everybody, and I want to cast Word of Radiance to see if there's any kind of interaction with the necrotic energy around me.
What did you cast?
Word of Radiance.
Word of Radiance?
Utter a divine word, and burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage.
Oh.
So it's only 5-foot range. So it's
Right.
right directly around me.
Okay, so you cast that spell, and you do get a sense that, like, for a moment, the air around you gets a little warmer, and kind of the books that were heading your way kind of turn, but then fades just as quickly.
There is some kind of malevolent spirit, some kind of creature, a ghost perhaps, something happening. Lady Varner, does any of that sound plausible?
I know not what is the deal with this malevolent spirit, but this curse is clearly caused by something. We need to get to the bottom of it.
Yes. What sort of folklore were you researching?
Me?
Yes, you.
No, it was that was the Tabaxi who was researching the folklore of the origin of her species.
Right.
I'm gonna play that Radley just got that wrong, so he's just gonna shift the finger to the correct character. What sort of folklore were you researching?
See, the Tabaxi is under the table, like, she's like, me? You can't be blaming me.
Yes, you.
Nothing like this.
I'm not blaming you. I'm sure you didn't mean to create a malevolent spirit that's going about hitting us with books. We must get to the bottom of this. There's no time for secrets.
Nothing of the sort, she says.
So right
Not to mention,
quick.
we are missing vital writing time on this paper that's due. Paper is due.
So right before I'm gonna drop the detect magic because I'm gonna cast something else. But anything else that I get from detect magic at all? Okay, so I'm gonna cast as an actual spell, first level, detect evil and good, which will tell me if there's any fiend, undead, elemental, celestial, fey in the area.
Yes, there is an evil undead. Of
Where?
some kind.
It's a 30-foot range. Last 10 minutes. Concentration.
You get the impression that its spirit is not fully coalesced yet. So you get a sense of its presence, but you suspect that it is not actually.
It doesn't have a form.
Doesn't have a form yet. Exactly.
Yes, as I suspected, there is definitely something. What's the word? Coalescing, I think. Some kind of spirit.
So am I gonna be able to say a ghost ate my homework?
You may.
Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Scribe Barnier, are there any accounts here of this disease? Are there any accounts here of when they sequestered the person 600 years ago?
I don't know. Perhaps it's so hard to concentrate, she says. So the tune continues to tug at each of your minds, willing you to intone its sequence of notes. The notes take on the shapes of words you're certain you've never heard before, but are somehow familiar to you as lyrics. You become aware that the song is not only in your head. Somewhere nearby, a deep and melodic voice is singing the words.
Well, we should go check that out. You guys ready?
Yeah,
Yes,
let's
I'm
go.
actually going to run down and meet up with the rest of the students.
So,
Holding my head.
so part of Detect Evil would almost like a weather vane, like lead me directly to where that is.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Donovan, what are you here researching?
I've just been sorting books, but I can't sort anything. All I keep hearing is this song.
You suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to let you know, I, Radley Dasmanar, put you on notice.
Get a hold of yourself, man.
A little bit of Inspector Finian slipping in there, huh?
Oh, you want a little Finian, do you? I still have the accoutrement of my trade, ready at any moment.
So do you try to investigate this sound?
Yeah,
this voice?
I want to move towards it.
Definitely.
All right. So it's not very hard to track it. You hear that it's coming from down the spiral staircase back to where the avowed chambers are, and you follow it into a small room. Hold on for a second here. Is that really where it is?
I believe we must go this way down the staircase.
Into this small room? Yes.
Yes.
All right. I wonder what could be down there.
So you follow it down the stairs, the sound, to the end of the hall where there is a no, I'm wrong. This is actually off the main library. It's off the scriptorium. So off the main library at the far side, there is kind of a almost a kind of like a large green man face or almost demonic face that leads into the scriptorium. And in the scriptorium, you see there are fireflies floating lazily around like embers caught in the air. 3 writing desks sit against the north wall with a sheepskin rug beneath each one. One of the desks rests a book, besides a stack of paper along with starboard ink jar and porcupine quill pens. Another desk has a leather case on it, and a moldering tapestry hangs off-center on the west wall. To the southeast is a wood-paneled wall with a closed door set into it, and a weak yellow glow emanating from under the door. That seems to be where the sound is coming from.
Let's go.
Yeah, just on the way, I just am going to just kind of look at the tapestry and just look behind it and just say, I grew up in a house with lots of secret doors. Perhaps there's one here.
All right, so
just do one of those.
You see this is clearly where they create new books from ones they deem unrepairable, I suppose. There is calligrapher's supplies on the desks. And you pull back the tapestry and you see scratched into the wall behind there.
I knew it. Look.
Are the lyrics that are currently running through your head that are being sung out loud.
I completely did this at random. This is great. Look, I found the lyrics. I've been singing the wrong ones all this time.
Yes. Zach, you could go ahead and share the lyrics if you want. And we're going to have to put that in chat so they could each have them and sing them out loud.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
wrapped up like a deuce. That doesn't even make sense. What does that mean? What does that mean? Wrapped up like a deuce. I don't
There's a
understand.
bathroom on the right. All right, so yeah, we could probably put that in the Zoom window as well.
Oh yes,
so
please. I can't see that.
you can see the lyrics and you can hear the lyrics
I
being
cannot.
sung out loud. And they are: see a mother scything wheat, forgotten husband sleeping near. With one swing she took his feet, with another took his ear.
Oh God.
Does the shadow have a name? Shemshime. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshime. See a dog that knows how to heal, never heeds plea nor command. Mother gave it a tasty meal, dog chose instead to eat her hand. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshime. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshime. See a son doing his chore, washing clothes for folk in town. Fell into the river's roar, sank to the bottom, and there he drowned. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshime. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshime. And that is the song that is being sung.
It's catchy. I got to say, it's catchy.
It is
Really,
catchy.
the song structure impeccable.
It's you know, it's got a good beat. You could dance to it. That's why I like it.
Yep.
Chim-chime, chim-chime.
It's got that certain something.
You are my Shemshime.
I wanna shem your shine.
See here, I couldn't think of a single tune, and you guys just blew it away. All right, so you see that the sound is coming from that wood paneled door, and when you push it open, you see that the room is awash with the glow of thousands of fireflies. The luminescent insects flit around inside more than a dozen glass terrariums that fill shelves along the walls. A steady plinking noise results from their bouncing off the glass. Shallow wooden boxes are packed on the lowest shelves.
Is anybody in here?
Yes, actually, Crinkle is in here, and Crinkle kind of turns, looks at you, big wide black eyes staring at you.
No, Crinkle, don't be afraid. We're just trying to figure this all out.
You do hear the singing coming from somewhere in this room.
Okay. Not
Crinkle,
from.
do you hear that, Crinkle?
Crinkle nods her head.
Crinkle, can you help us find where this is coming from?
She starts to sing along.
Right. Well, let's have a look around.
Yes.
I'll roll an investigation for the origin of the singing.
Go ahead.
The roll is a 14, and my investigation is a +5, so 19.
All right, so you start, you start kind of moving around the room, listening, trying to determine the direction that it's coming from. Finally, you find a secret compartment under a loose stone in the floorboard.
I try to like pry it up, but I have no strength. So I'm like, all right. Can someone else do this? All right. Yeah. Thank you very much.
So I step over.
Okay. Yeah, it's not hard to pry up.
Okay.
There was actually no check whatsoever required.
All right.
You see that it is a kind of a shallow compartment, and in the compartment is a rather large dusty sack, and you can hear the sound coming out of the sack.
Oh no, not again. No. Someone else is picking that up. Go on.
Well, I suppose I will get it then.
I got the last sack with something cursed inside of it. It's someone else's turn.
And then you brought it to all of us.
The detect evil and good, is it doing it? Is it triggering anything for me here?
Oh, you're triggered.
Yeah, you detect evil, not necessarily coming from the.
Does it say "sack o evil" on it?
It does. It says point away from face.
While
All right,
opening.
so I will.
For enemies.
I will tentatively pull the sack out from the compartment.
All right. You dump it out. You see that in this sack, it looks like two complete humanoid bodies, and one of the skulls is singing.
Ooh.
You see, it's a skull that has a big kind of hole in the back.
Like skeletons, basically.
Yeah. skeletons. And it's singing.
Yes.
singing,
This is
your
unusual.
mother scything wheat, forgotten husband sleeping near. And just
He's a
keeps singing.
bass.
Yeah, he's a bass.
He's a bass.
Baritone.
Can please stop. Stop that.
It does not stop.
Can we cover his mouth?
Doesn't really help much.
The other remains are doing nothing.
The other remains are doing nothing. Just this skull.
Perhaps we should rebuild this man.
See, Varner is standing in the doorway now, and she just shakes her head.
Varner, you wouldn't mind if I took this skeleton for educational purposes?
Just shut it up, she says.
Oh. All right. Does there seem to be a way to like reassemble him, or he's just literally useless dry bones?
He's useless dry bones.
Damn! One day.
Well, I mean, if you actually had the ability to raise, you could make a skeleton out of this. Yes.
I do not have raise. Yes.
Not yet. Thank goodness. So what do? Just keeps going. Just keeps singing over and over again.
Well,
that much harder. Everybody in the room, give me a concentration check. So a DC 10
damn.
Constitution saving throw.
Crit, baby. Woo!
Nice.
20.
I didn't make it.
10 exactly.
I got an 8.
18.
Okay. So who did not make it? Raise your hand.
5.
Okay. So you guys are singing. You see that Varner is also singing the song, despite the best attempt to not. And you are here. Go ahead.
Is this skull, as far as we can tell, like let's just dump out the contents of the sack. Is he missing like his feet or maybe his hand?
Good question, but no. It seems to be a fairly intact skeleton.
Damn.
But as you're listening to this incessant rhyme go over and over again, and a couple of you just can't help but to join in, including Varner. You see suddenly the lightning bugs grow extremely bright, and the temperature, which was already frigid, takes another turn down to the point where you can feel like ice crystals forming inside your nose, and the brightness of the fireflies gets so bright that they start to just popping and exploding. At that moment, you see like your shadows kind of get really long and elongate, and they kind of travel up the wall, and all of a sudden you see the shadows are peeling off the wall and stepping forward to you. Each of your shadows is going to looks like it's closing in on you.
This is not good.
Oh, hell no. And I cast mage armor on myself.
All right, very good. So let's roll initiative.
All right.
Oh, boy.
All right.
30-20.
Dirty 20 for Lady Soraya. Grim?
13.
13. Okay. Brother Ren?
13. Lucky 13.
9.
9. Okay. Donovan?
4.
4. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And Bradley?
3.
Ooh, he's even worse.
Let's see. I rolled a 2 plus 2. So that's actually still before Radley.
Well, I rolled a 1.
right.
I can't crit fail initiative, but I did.
So here's how stat trackers work, right? Like I put them on the screen in initiative order. I have all the information in front of me. No flipping through books, no clicking on tabs.
They sure work. I mean, it would be really clunky to have that whole stack of books behind you, be flipping around. No one knows when they're going. Come on.
Yeah, they work really well.
Absolutely.
They work.
So Lady Soraya, you are first. You see that your shadow has actually taken form and kind of like stood up, and your shadow is right next to you.
And then after my hell no, cast some mage armor on myself.
Okay. So you cast mage armor on yourself.
Just in case.
All right. That is your action.
Yes.
Okay. Grim, it is your turn.
Well, I don't know what of our equipment we were allowed to bring.
You basically have, well, your bandolier, I assume you always kind of secret that away, right?
Well, I would hate for somebody to steal it like I stole it.
So I assume you have your daggers on you at any time.
I would like to.
Other than that, really, not a whole lot.
So no studded leather armor.
No.
Okay. All right. How far away is my shadow to me?
It's connected to you because it is your shadow. It is right next to you.
Ah. Okay. I'm gonna try something strange, I guess.
Which is?
Is it? It's raising its at me as if it's going to attack.
It would appear that way. All you know is these shadows are taking form next to you.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna actually try something that I've never tried before to see if the thing has intelligence, and I'm gonna cast a cantrip called Mind Sliver. It's got a DC 13 saving throw, and if it fails, it takes
Okay.
1 dice.
And all other slivers get flying. Sorry.
What?
Little Magic the Gathering humor for our viewers.
Nice.
Because odds are you play that too, you bunch of nerds.
For our viewer.
All right. So yeah, what kind of damage is that? Psychic?
It is psychic, yeah.
All right, it's actually going to take psychic damage. Go ahead. I got to roll
Yeah,
save.
saving throw. If it makes a saving throw, it doesn't take it. It's 13.
It makes it saving throw.
Then it doesn't take anything.
Okay. So you attempt to reach out to cause psychic damage to this shadow, and it seems to have no effect.
Okay.
Brother Ven?
Brother Ven, okay, so as far as the layout is concerned, the shadows are near the wall.
The shadows are basically connected to you. They're right next to you because they are your shadows.
Okay, is there anyone else within 5 feet of me?
No.
All right, I will cast Word of Radiance again. It's a cantrip. 1d6 radiant damage. Anything within 5 feet.
Okay.
So rolling the 6. A big 1 point of damage.
Is it saving throw?
No, it's just damage. Actually, my bad. Con 13. Yes.
So yes, so it seems to, you let out this burst of radiant energy, and the creature seems to avoid it. Just darts back, but you see it kind of cowers away from the radiant energy that you create. Donovan, it is your turn.
Okay. So
You are unarmed and unarmored, but you know you have your stuff in your room, which is just down the hall. It'll probably take you a couple rounds to get there and back.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk up to the students, and I'll just hold my hands out and close my eyes and say, by the power of knowledge and the power of Ogma, I bless you. And I cast bless on Lady Soraya, Grim, and Radley. And then I'm gonna take off after that to try to go get my stuff.
Okay. All right. So you cast bless and you go running down the hall. Your shadow that is right next to you is going to make an opportunity attack.
Okay.
It reaches out. Oh, I almost rolled a 1, but I didn't. I rolled an AC 17.
Oof.
So you feel this horrible, cold energy pulsing through you, and you take 5 points of damage, necrotic damage. And furthermore, as this coldness seeps into your bones, you lose 2 points of strength.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oof. Okay.
All right. So you go running down the hall. Your shadow pursues you. And it flies 40 feet. So it very quickly kind of goes along like the wall and just follows you down the hallway.
Okay.
And tries to attack you again. This time, I think. It's going to hit because you have no armor on
I
at
have
the
AC
moment.
10, yeah.
You have AC 10. Oh, boy. Oh, God.
Oh, guys.
Oh, that's 8 more points of necrotic damage.
Oof.
And another 3 points of strength drain.
Uh-oh.
Oof. No save?
Yeah, no.
Ooh. 3 points of strength. Okay, so I'm down to 13 strength. 4 hit points. All right.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so then the shadows on each of you. Soraya. I rolled a 2 plus 4 is 6. So even without your mage armor, it would miss.
Can I use cunning action to disengage?
On your turn.
Okay, but I didn't use any movement.
Yeah, no, it's well past your turn.
Okay.
He missed anyway. 8 plus 4 is 12. Does that hit? That just misses.
This is by one.
Armor on. The one on Brother Ven attacks AC 16. So that is a hit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Jeez.
11.
11.
Oh God.
And you lose 1 point of strength.
Oh wow.
This is not good.
All right, so Donovan, that one chased you and did more damage, and Radley. Radley, AC 14.
Yes.
Not bad. 5, 6, 7 points
Ow.
of damage, and you lose 1 point of strength.
By the way, I rolled a 10 on my concentration, so detect evil and good is still up.
Oh, right. Yeah, you have to do that every single turn with the rhyme.
Yeah.
Whether you take damage or not.
Yep.
Okay. So that is the Shadow's turn. You see that the one on Varnya attacks, also hits her. She lets out a little gasp. Ooh, gosh, this could be bad for Varnya. Varnya actually, you see her eyes roll back in her head. Blood drains from her face, and she drops to the ground unconscious. Possibly dead. Radley, it is your turn. You are surrounded by these flitting shadows.
Well, seeing Varnier fall, Radley is many things. He's a lover of practical magic and a sort of an insufferable know-it-all, but more than anything, Radley is a coward. So Radley, for self-preservation, but also thinking perhaps he can think of a way around at least, his own shadow fight, he casts invisibility on himself.
Okay. And then, do you leave the space you're in?
Well, does my shadow disappear when I do this?
That's an interesting point. That is a fair point.
Radley's trying to use the books against the monster.
Huh. I kind of like that. I'm going to say that the shadow dissipates because you were no longer casting a shadow.
Ah, yes.
It's too damn cool.
All right.
So yes,
Great idea.
you become invisible, and you see that the shadow that was being cast behind you from these extra bright blowing up fireflies, it kind of just, when you disappear, it dissipates into smoke.
So I'm invisible until I take a hostile action, right? Is that how that works?
Cast any spell.
Cast any spell. Okay. I'm gonna try to grab Varnier and just kind of like drag her out of the room or out of harm's way.
Okay. You see there is a shadow kind of lurking over her, kind of towering over her, threatening her. Lady Soraya, it is your turn. So give me an athletics check, please, Radley.
Oh, athletics with the new strength that I just lost? Sure.
Yes.
Oh, it's actually not bad. The roll was an 18, but I have to reduce.
All right.
it
So
to
you are
16.
dragging Varnya. You're making some progress, dragging her towards the door. Lady Soraya, it is back to you.
So I'm going to pull Misu out of his case and touch him to cast light and hold him up like the little cub from the Lion King.
Okay.
And I'm going to have him just like shed light beams all over in hopes that it gets rid of my shadow.
Okay. So you see that the shadows kind of like pull back away from the light, but you suspect it's not quite bright enough to dispel them completely.
So then I go, oh, cheat. And then I and then I try to like see if there's somewhere I can hide. Is there somewhere I can hide?
Not
From my
really. You're
shadow?
kind of in the middle. You're all jammed in this little tiny firefly room.
Okay, so I have a I get an action, right? Was that my?
Yeah, that was your action.
Oh,
The-
okay.
You're right.
the
So
cast
basically,
might-
I can't do anything else.
No.
You might be able to move, but if you move away, you probably would get an attack of opportunity.
No, I'm just
Yep.
gonna like, just hold him there and hope for the best.
Use him as a shield.
Use him as a shield.
This poor broken cat. All right,
Glowing,
Grim.
yeah.
Your turn, Grim.
All right, I'm gonna try Mind Sliver again and see if I can damage this thing. So I just, point at it and just say the word. And I don't know what the word is. Maybe it's just pierce. And I point it and go pierce.
Okay. Is that a roll to hit or is
You
that
gotta roll a saving throw of 13.
13? That is a save.
Ah, and I'm gonna disengage
Okay.
with my cunning action and move across the room.
All right. So there's not a lot of room to move in here. Maybe you can move out into the hall.
Well, I just want to get away from it so it doesn't automatically get to hit me. So
Okay.
it probably moves as fast as I move anyway, but Whatever.
Faster. But-
Master.
Okay. It's my turn, yeah?
Yes, your turn, man.
Okay, so question. Are these undead?
You believe so.
Okay, so I will channel divinity turn undead.
Okay.
Wisdom save of 13 for
13.
each creature within 30
Right.
feet.
All right, Lady Soraya's shadow. So it is, you see that it kind of flees up the wall.
Nice.
Grim's shadow is also turned. So Grim's shadow kind of recedes back a little bit between the tanks of fireflies. A 6 for the one on you, Ven. So that also kind of retreats
Okay.
away from you.
Good.
Crazy. A 12. Wait, wisdom?
Nice.
Wisdom is +0, so 12 is a fail on Donovan's. And Radley, let's see. Actually, Donovan's down the hall. Is he still within 30 feet? Yeah, he is, because he would have only run 30 feet.
Mhm.
And Radley's, I rolled a 10. So all of them are actually, you see, they retreat and they actually dissipate and disappear.
what, and Varniers.
Oh, Varniers too. Nat 1.
Oh, wow.
Wow, how did that work? You really tapped into some clerical power there. Describe that for us.
Yeah, so Ven just kind of, he kind of steadies himself after being hit, and he's like his mouth is like there's a little bit of blood coming out of the corner of his mouth, and he just kind of looks down and he's
The better angels are rare, the vestiges of a bygone time. Tia, bring me your energy and repel these evil beings.
and all of a sudden a burst of white light emanates from within Brother Ven.
Very cool.
Okay. And
Very
each of the
nice.
shadows in turn kind of disappear into smoke and mist.
And Soraya just kind of like looks up over the cat. Oh my god! How'd you do that?
Are we out of combat?
You are out of combat.
Radley reappears. Well done, everyone. Good job. Terrific. Great. All round. Very nice.
So as the shadows dissipate, I think that's the perfect place to take a quick break.
Yes.
Nice.
Good.
Very
All
good.
right. So it is 51. So let's be back by 5 after, a little under.
Cool.
All right. Sounds good.
As in a few. All right.
Well done. Well,
All right, we are back. So the party has just defeated their own shadows, and they did not before they did quite a number on them, though. So several of you are pretty hurt, and some of you have had your strength drained down significantly.
Yeah, lame.
But a clutch turn undead by Brother Ven saved you all.
old school's cleric action right there.
But
So-
I blinded them with my life first.
Wrapped
So
up
I
like a
will.
noose.
Brother Ven will walk over and cast Spare the Dying on
Varner?
Varnier,
Okay.
and in the process take my 1d4 plus 1 potion for a total of 3 hit points back.
Yeah. See, now you wish you paid much closer attention in potion.
Yeah, potion class. Yeah.
Hey, when she wakes up, do you want to pretend like a whole bunch of years have passed by and like society is different now?
It is good you cast Spare the Dying because she was on her way to actually die. I
wow.
rolled it out, and it wouldn't have gone well for her.
Oh, there you go.
Eek.
That was a very uncomfortable minute or two.
Yes.
Was.
Question is, will they come back? I cannot do what I did again. I don't think Tia would grant me the fortune.
Do we think there is some kind of relationship between these fireflies and an evil shadow demon? I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. I was hoping someone was putting it together.
Is the skull still singing?
Is the skull still singing?
It is, yes.
Excuse me, Crinkle, where do you get these fireflies?
Crinkle ran out as soon as the shadow
okay.
appeared. You go to find her?
Yes.
Ah, Crinkle, what a scaredy cat. No offense. No offense.
You say that to
Yes.
you see that Cthulhu is like at this point she's freaking out. Her ears are completely flat to her head, and she looks like a really pissed off cat, you know.
All right, relax. None of us like this.
She goes to talk, and then she starts singing under her breath, and she curses. She digs her claws into the table, into the wooden table that she's sitting at. You see, she's really starting to freak out.
All right, we have to figure this out quickly. People are losing their minds.
What were you saying? What were you going to do up here? Are you bringing?
I was looking for Crinkle to see if Crinkle has any
Crinkle,
insight.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see, Crinkle is kind of just back behind the bookshelves in the main part of the library, just cowering.
Crinkle, come. It is fine. The shadows are withdrawn.
She comes out.
Do you where do you find the fireflies?
Says something like, "Fireflies can be found in numerous places, such as the Earth."
Yes, but in particular, can you show me where they come from?
Wait a moment.
She
Is
says,
that
"Tell
what-
me why, Crinkle. Tell me why, Crinkle."
Whose
Crinkle.
voice does it sound like?
Yes,
That sounded like Varner.
That first voice, Crinkle. Wait, there's something there. She's going to repeat a voice that is important. I read a play like this once. A play called I, Robot, and it was a good play. Yes.
You mean I Warforged?
Yes, you're
I
right.
too
I'm
have
sorry.
Warforged,
Yes,
right.
I Warforged. It was quite good. Yeah.
Mhm.
I too have
Yes.
seen this. Traveling circus.
Yes.
Very good.
One of Sir Isaac's plays, I believe. All right. Maybe we have to just mention the right thing to Crinkle, and Crinkle, I'm sorry I'm talking about you like you're not here, but if we mention the right thing to Crinkle, perhaps they will repeat the right thing back to us that was said to them.
Crinkle, do you know anything of what is happening here?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Nice. Right. 12.
Crinkle kind of shrugs her shoulders.
Let me try. I'm very persuasive.
Crinkle hops back a couple of steps on a little bird feet.
I want to try to see if I roll a persuasion. If that's cool
Okay.
with you.
All right.
Oh, that's an 18 plus 6.
Okay. What are you going to say? What are you trying to persuade her?
Okay, Crinkle. I need you to remember all the voices you've heard today and say them back. Just say them all back.
She starts doing an impressive round of imitations that are spot on, including ones of you, including ones of everybody who is here. But you don't hear any voices that you're not familiar with.
I wonder. We never really got a great look at like the drawings, right? They're not like were we not able to like investigate them for some reason? Refresh my memory. What happened?
The what?
The drawings,
Drawings?
Galby's drawings.
Oh no, you didn't really look at them that closely.
What do we recall from seeing them?
They were weird and disturbing is all I remember hearing.
Yeah. So, but do we remember any details?
You can go back and look again.
Okay.
and go
Yeah.
back
Do
downstairs.
they?
Actually, just give me a straight intelligence check to see what you remember about her drawings.
All right. So why don't yeah, Bradley, you do that. Yeah.
16 plus 3 is a 19.
Okay, so now that you're thinking about it and you have these lyrics running through your head, absolutely.
Yes.
There was the one with the missing feet and the missing ear.
Yes.
That's the first stanza about the woman who cuts off her husband's feet with a scythe, and the mother with the hand with the bloody dog, and that's the second stanza. So the drawings are actually of this rhyme.
Okay. Do I remember any drawings that aren't in the rhyme?
Yes, there's also another disturbing fact about the drawings is they each have this kind of like dark cloud with little angry eyes floating somewhere in the drawing in like the background.
Yeah, I was wrong then. I don't know. I was thinking maybe we were like missing part of it or something.
However, yes, there is a drawing of, again, that black cloud, and it seems to be a girl doing something with like a maybe it is a child's drawing, so give me an insight check to see if you could understand what this is a drawing of.
Okay. Insight's good. 14 plus 4, 18.
Maybe like milling wheat or something. It looks like a millstone.
Oh, and there's no mention of a millstone in the lyrics, right?
There is not.
I believe that might be a missing part of the rhyme or the lyrics or something.
And what of the name Shemshime? Does that ring any bells for anyone?
No, James, that doesn't sound like anything to us, right?
Nope, nothing anybody has ever heard of.
I give the standard Dolores Abernathy response. Doesn't look like anything to me.
Okay, so everybody roll a d20.
Hey,
Straight up, the lowest rolls are going to be
17.
Nat 20.
2.
3.
18.
2,
Third best.
3.
3.
17.
Who had a 2?
Donovan.
Donovan had a 2. And Ebder is the next lowest. Okay, so you have to make DC 14 wisdom saving throws.
That is a nat 1.
Oof.
Oh,
I rolled 12.
18 again?
Donovan, I'm
Does
going to
everybody
throw
have
you...
to do? Everybody has to do, or just the person that rolled the lowest?
No, just
Oh.
the people that rolled, just the 2 that
Oh,
rolled lowest.
whoops, sorry,
Okay,
I got
So
excited.
just Donovan and Grim.
Donovan, I'm going to spend my inspiration and throw you my inspiration.
Yeah, I'm
Get you out of
gonna-
that. Get you out of that one.
Okay, thank you.
So re-roll, Donovan.
Jim, I'm going to use my bless, okay?
Way better. 18.
Yeah, you bless, you use D4 every time if you're still blessed.
Yeah, last a minute.
I didn't use it yet.
Bless. No, it's not. It's not like it's always active. Bless. Like it's on every attack and saving throw you make. You should be rolling a d4. That's how bless works.
All right.
But is it still active?
No, it lasts a minute.
Oh,
And no, bless is not active.
Yeah.
all right. Then I didn't make it.
Okay, so you take anybody who failed, which is both of you, take 7 points of psychic damage.
Ah!
No, I got the 18, Jim, after.
So you don't take any psychic damage.
Yeah, so Donovan, I think that looks like Radley came up to you and just started shaking you. Pull yourself together, man. You're an adult. If you lose it, then I will lose it.
Now, Grim, so you feel just like blood shoot out of your nose. You feel this searing pain in your head, and you are standing right next to Donovan. You take out 2 daggers and you attack Donovan. So give me 2 attack rolls.
No, he's our friend.
This is not good.
It's actually 1 attack, a melee attack.
All right. Well, I probably hit him. I got 17.
Yeah.
Of course, it's maximum damage. So it's 8 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. So all of a sudden, Grim grabs his head and he goes, grits his teeth, pulls out a dagger, and stabs Donovan.
And I took 7 points of damage, right?
Donovan drops to the ground. And you took 7 points of damage in the process. So then Grim is kind of like down on one knee, and you feel this cold whoosh of air go through everybody. And the lights kind of dim down again. The Firefly lanterns go black for an uncomfortable second or two before they come back on again. The only light is the glowing cat. Soraya's glowing cat.
I will.
You're welcome.
I will move to Donovan and cast Spare the Dying on him.
Okay.
To stabilize him. I'm hesitant to use the spell to cure spells at this point because of. I guess I should. You know what? Let me just cast. I'm just going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
And bring him back for 11 hit points. Nice. I rolled max.
All right. What does that look like?
So I kneel down next to Donovan and I lay my hand on his shoulder, and Ven says,
By the power graced upon me by Tyr, the maimed god, I'd restore you to life.
And that's what I do. And a burst of white light and energy comes out of my hand into his body, and you see like little spindles of light travel through his veins towards his heart, and the light erupting from his chest as he comes back and takes a breath.
I take a breath, and I'm like, "Why are you stabbing me?"
Is Grim in control of himself again, or no?
Yes, that was just a 1 round, momentary lapse.
Well, I go over to Donovan. I go, I'm so sorry. And you can see I have blood streaming down my nose and like.
Okay, everyone, listen to me. I don't have the power to do this continually. We need to solve this problem. Everyone look around. Look, there must be something. Perhaps it's the Fireflies. Maybe we destroy them. I don't know. We must solve this issue. There is a malevolent beast, a spirit in this room.
There's no avoiding the blame this time, Shemshime. We know it's you.
Could it be as simple as just destroying the skull or destroying or burying them or something?
Then we'll take his warhammer and slam against one of the Firefly orbs.
You don't have a warhammer.
Oh, I don't have one. I don't have my weapon.
But
crap.
So you wanna
I
just smash the
will.
skull?
I hadn't even thought of that. I hadn't even thought that.
There are a couple of weapons here in
Where? What am I looking at?
Donovan. They belong to Donovan. They would be down in his room.
I see.
What I was saying was, what if we were to either destroy the skull or give it a proper burial or something, or bless it? I don't know, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking to, this is Grim speaking.
I'm gonna take one of the orbs off the wall then and smash it against the ground.
Okay.
When anything happens.
What did you do? Take one of the
Take one of the firefly orbs and smash it against the ground.
the fireflies. You know, a couple of them get smushed on the ground and smeared, and a couple of them kind of crawl out and fly away. It's just a
And
glass
do I
container.
notice any changes in the air, the atmosphere, anything?
No, I mean the only change you noticed was it was a little less oppressive right when you cast your healing spell. Like at that moment, it was a little bit breath of fresh air almost when you were doing your.
All right,
divine-
let's. I saw a play once called Knives Out, and in that play, which is a wonderful play, there's a drawing room scene.
You mean Daggers Out?
Daggers Out, that was it.
Yes, I saw it. It's good.
Yes.
We just did that one. We just did
Yes,
that.
Daggers Out. I saw it back in Baldur's Gate. It was fantastic, right in the town square. It was wonderful, open air theater. Anyway, there was a drawing room scene when they went through the list of suspects one by one, and gradually things became more clear. So we know that none of us are behind this. Yes, we can
Yes.
presume,
Yeah.
and we know that Varnia has sealed this place off. So it is, no one has gotten out, no one's come in. This demon is likely attached to one of our friends here, some artifact, a book, something they're doing. Grim said maybe a music box earlier. I like that because it's a song that's playing. We've seen the lyrics on the wall. Something's going on here. Let's just go one by one. All right. So we
Perhaps if we sing the song, we'll manifest this creature and we can kill it.
I don't know. Perhaps.
Have we seen?
I believe the creature just manifests itself whenever it wants anyway, so I don't think we'll have to wait long.
Where's Galeby at the moment? Because maybe we should ask her about those drawings and about the cloud that was watching.
That is a good idea.
I'm with Grim on this one.
Though she has been attacked by books before. I'm wondering, has anyone not been attacked by anything?
I think we should go to my room first. I can equip some of you guys with weapons and armor.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
That is a good idea.
Okay.
I don't have a lot.
Lead the way.
Okay.
So we're also we're looking for Galeby, or trying to figure out where Galeby is as well.
She's hiding in her room. You could see she's
Okay.
When you go down the stairs again, there's the kitchen there, which is a well-equipped kitchen, neat. And then you go down the hallway with all the doors off of it, and I think the third one on the left is Galeby's, and she's in there, kind of cowering behind her sleeping cot.
Okay. All right. So you guys get your stuff that you want to get, as far as weapons and armor.
Okay. So in my quarters, I have 2 chainmail. I have some daggers, throwing javelins, a long sword.
You just have a chain shirt. That's all you have.
That's it. I thought I had. Well, I have the warhammer, right? My
You have a
father's-
warhammer, a short sword, warhammer, a long sword, a dagger, a shield, and your chain shirt.
Okay. I have to update my sheet.
I'll take that ring of 3 wishes there. That one.
I forgot about that. The ring of
So yeah,
It's in my other armor.
the staff of the Magi.
The ring of boogeyman banishing.
So, Donovan, if I may, that hammer may come in handy.
Absolutely. Take it, brother Ven.
so I will grasp the warhammer.
So should we take a few minutes and I'll throw on my armor?
Yeah, kid up, and then let's go talk to, or at the same time, maybe somebody could talk to the girl.
Okay.
Sarai, you seem to have a nice persuasive way about you with our young girlfriend here.
I do. Let me talk to her. I talk to her.
But and we'll point out that like this drawing has this oppressive cloud looking thing that looks to be watching her as she does something with what it looks like a millstone. Right? That's kind of what it looks like, right? I mean, that's what you said, Radley, right? So
Yes.
maybe ask her who was watching this, who did this with the stone, I don't know, something along those lines.
Let's do it. Okay, so follow me. Make our way over to her.
Okay.
Yes. In a
And I
very
just sort of like
non-violent
crack open the door. I can do that.
Right. Yeah, sure.
Okay, and just sort of put my hand in and be like, "Hey, hi there,
Right.
little one.
Head pops
y-
up, looking at you weirdly.
don't be alarmed, okay? Some crazy stuff's happening, but it's okay. Let me come in. I'll be ready." So I just kind of creep in, and I slide in. I just look at the guys, and I'm like, so listen, I know you're a little scared. But consider me your friend, okay? And Soraya comes and sits next to her in like I don't know if they have it's like a little stump or something where it's like for like little people to sit in. So my knees are up high.
Little
So
stool.
listen, your drawings, okay? They're beautiful. They really are. I love to talk about some of your drawings. Can we do that?
Sure. Is my dad gonna be okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I asked him. He says he's fine. Okay, so show me. There's this one that you have that has like a dark cloud. Beautiful work, by the way. The dark cloud. Can you tell me more about what that is supposed to be?
Well, I don't really know. I have dreams, and that's what I see.
Oh, okay. Can you describe this dream to me?
Well, they're kind of disturbing, she says. And this
That's
is a little
okay.
girl. She's only like 8 years old, but very
It's okay. I know
intelligent.
sometimes dreams are scary. Like for example, I had this dream where I show up at the academy and I'm not wearing any clothes. And I'm just like,
I'm like, ooh.
and what do I do? And so it was scary for me because I have a lot of anxieties.
I've had
She,
that
she,
feeling as
gi- she
well.
giggles a little bit at that. She starts to do that.
See, it's funny. So you could share your dream with me now. Go for it.
Well, it's like the rhyme says. Even before I knew the rhyme, the words to the rhyme, I could see the pictures in my head, and I just drew them. Like there was the woman cutting off her husband's feet with the scythe, and the dog biting the woman's hand off, and the boy drowning.
So you dreamed all the things in the song before you ever heard the song?
Yeah, just the past couple days.
Oh, when did it start exactly?
I guess, and she's as she's thinking, she's singing the song under her breath.
Okay.
I guess
That's
2 days
sweet.
ago.
And was there any event that happened that could have triggered these dreams?
Give her an intelligence check here. Natural 18. And she has a +2, so that's a dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
Says, well, not really. Some new books came in to be fixed from
New
the
books, you
library.
say? Where are these? Where?
Bang, bang.
Then.
That's what I said. Okay, my B's aren't very pronounced. Now just wait a minute, okay? I'm talking to my friend here.
Yeah, she looked up. She looked up at the door when Ben interrupted, and got a little shy for a moment. And
We're not listening. Look at these cornices. My goodness. The architecture is stunning. It reminds me of the Oak House.
Yeah, don't worry about them, okay? Just listen to me. What books were those that came in that were new?
I don't know. They would be in the bindery, I guess. If you could ask Varner. Oh, she's unconscious.
No, didn't we take care of her? Didn't we
No,
take care of her?
I just made it so she wouldn't die, but I didn't
She's still
spend the
unconscious.
spell. I only have one spell slot. and I'll
There's
spend
or my dad, but he's not in good shape either. I don't know.
You have to see if you can remember. Who would know?
Well, they'd probably be in the bindery if they were here for repairs.
Can you come with us and help us find them?
Sure. And she starts walking with you. She takes your hand. She starts walking up the
Oh,
stairs.
that's sweet.
You hear upstairs. You hear Cthulhu clearly screaming, and she's like, "That's it! I can't take it anymore! I can't take it!" And you hear a somewhat recovered Ebdur shouting after her, No, you mustn't go out the hatch.
Uh-oh.
I think someone has to go see what's going on.
So you were all on your way up the stairs anyway to go find Ebdur.
Oh, so they're where we're headed?
I think there's
yeah,
like a
the-
moment where like Lady Soraya like looks back at the rest of us like someone has to see what's going on, and like I just keep looking down the stairs at the next person. Like,
Not it.
So who is going to go up and see what the hell is going on?
Yes, I will go.
Grim will go.
Oh, I will go.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah,
you're still
you're-
putting on your armor.
Oh, yeah, it does take a bit.
So you hear this commotion, but you're like, I gotta. Yeah, exactly. So you go rushing up the stairs, then Grim and Brother Ven, and when you reach the top, you see that Ebder is kind of like shouting up the spiral staircase, and you see moving at a speed that is just pretty startling. You see the Tabaxi running up the stairs, basically like using her hands and her feet and just like racing up, and in no time at all, she disappears up into the ceiling, and she's gone.
All right. Well, hopefully she can't get out that fast. So I don't know if I locked us up in here. We're gonna have to go see if we can stop her from leaving.
I'm sure that's fine.
We don't want this getting out.
So do you give chase?
I do.
Yeah, can I cast thaumaturgy and just the word stop in the loudest, most echoey voice that anyone's ever heard?
Okay.
So stop.
All right, give me a persuasion roll or intimidation.
face.
Intimidation or persuasion.
Ah, fuck. That's pretty much what I rolled. I rolled a 6.
All right, so she just keeps running up the stairs. You don't even hear her anymore. She's just gone. You give chase.
I do.
Yeah, this
All
is
right.
not good.
So you start running up the stairs using your cunning action to dash every turn,
Yes.
I assume.
Yes.
So you do start to close in on her pretty quickly with your ability to do that.
Mhm.
And you get up to her just as she reaches this metal hatch that is over the door. And you see she is like throwing herself at this. Her ears are flat back. She's like, and she's like literally clawing at this metal thing. She is completely out of her mind.
Oh, great. All right. Let's see. Just let me out. Let me out. All right, I'm going to try to stop her from getting out.
As far as you can tell, she doesn't look like she's making any progress, if it's any consolation, on this metal arcane locked door.
Oh, so she can't get out. Okay.
Well, maybe given enough time and the frenzy she's in, she could eventually. But
So I'm going to start to try to talk to her and go, I'm going to say, you must calm down. It's not safe to go to let this out. Everybody will get this. The whole world will have this if you open that door. And I try to persuade her.
okay, give me a persuasion roll.
Now, just got an 8.
All right, how close are you to her? Did you get up?
I mean, it depends how much space there is. If
Well, you're on like a spiral staircase, so you can see her. When you come around the turn, you're probably a good 10 feet away from her if you want to stop there. Or you can keep coming up the stairs and be right next to her.
well, I mean, I'm going to try to get closer to her and try to, to be reassuring and talk to her,
All right, so as you take kind of another step to get within like 5 feet of her, make a saving throw.
Okay.
A DC 12 dexterity.
Well, I don't make it. Doesn't matter what it is.
No? Okay. So as you go to take the last few steps, these vines and roots kind of come creeping out from between the cracks in the stone and the walls, and they just wrap themselves around you, and you are restrained. And
Okay.
she turns around with wild eyes and turns back to the door and starts fiddling with it. You see she takes out a dagger from her side and starts trying to like jam the arcane lock open.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give her a
Seeing this,
chance to
I
get that
will-
open. That's not gonna happen.
So seeing this, I'm gonna yell back to the rest of the group. This is not good. Help! And I will approach
All
and try to loosen Grim from the vines.
All right, so you go dashing up the stairs. It takes a while for you to get up there.
Right.
When you do, you see there are these writhing vines blocking the staircase essentially,
Mhm.
and you can see Cthulhu like just going apeshit on the hatch trying to get it open.
Can I do anything, or I'm just stuck?
You are restrained, which means your speed is 0, but you don't. You still have actions.
All right. So can I use? I'm going to do a minor illusion, and I want to make a minor illusion of a. Let's see, a minor illusion of like one of those, like a shadow face coming out of the door, like the door basically telling her to get back, But it can't. It just has to mouth it. I can't do both. I can't do both sound and image at the same time.
Are you trying to scare her? Is that the
Scare her away from the door.
She's does not seem to notice at all, or if she does, she's not
Okay.
she's not impressed by it.
I want to cast friends on Noah.
Okay, so you're going to come up the stairs as well?
Yeah.
All right. So you're all starting to kind of gather around the around this tabaxi, who is just clawing and stabbing at this lock to try to get it open. You see there are these writhing vines that are still there. It lasts a little bit. It lasts for 1 minute, so that's 10 rounds.
Mhm.
And you're going to try to cast friends, so that is a wisdom saving throw. A natural 20. So she's not listening.
I'm gonna try to cast.
Damn it. It almost always works.
I'm going for sleep.
You going for sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
So hold on, James. Because so the friends, isn't that usually like then Soraya would get advantage on checks?
Yeah. Is there a saving throw or no saving throw?
There's no saving throw actually, so I think it's just that
so
she
yeah.
gets.
So you would just get advantage on whatever it is
you can
you're
try
going
to
say.
persuade or
You're
something.
right. Sorry, I didn't realize that.
Is it a bonus action to cast?
It's an action.
An action.
Action. For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice.
So then
that
you'd have to
isn't
wait till the
monster.
next round, right? You'd have to wait till the next round, right?
Right.
But,
For an
but
official
anyway, that's good.
persuasion.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
wasted nat 20, always good. When the DM wastes a
DM
nat
rolls.
20,
Yeah.
yeah, you want that.
All right. So whose turn? Who wants to do something else?
I was gonna try to cast sleep, but if we want to go with, Soraya's option is better. I can hold off on that. If it doesn't look like if it doesn't look like Cthulhu's gonna escape this moment, then I'll just hold off.
No, she's not. She
Then
doesn't seem to be able to get out.
I'll wait for Soraya to resolve the
So
encounter.
was I successful in getting Grim out, or did I have to roll for that, or?
You can try
Okay.
on your turn.
Oh, I thought that that's what I did on my turn. I rolled as a strength. Is it straight strength or what am I
Saving
rolling?
throw. Yep. Strength check.
So basically athletics, right? Basically
Nope. Just strength.
the strength. 14. That's not bad.
14. That is fine. Against her spell DC is 12. So you manage to grab Grim kind of under the shoulders and pull him back, and you pull him out of these grasping.
Out of the vines. Okay, so that would have happened before his turn, before Soraya's turn, or whatever. That would.
Right.
Thank you very much, Brother Ben. Thank you so much.
Okay, so go ahead, Lady Soraya, and speak to her, unless anybody wants to try to do anything else.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. So at this point, I can try to see if I can get it to work.
Yes, and you have advantage, so you're going to roll 2 dice and pick the higher, and add your persuasion.
I'm gonna roll two.
2
Oh,
D20s.
okay. Got it.
2d20.
Okay, hold on. Let me pick
And then
the
you
right
have to
one.
RP what you would say.
Yes.
Right. And pick the highest. Okay. Oh, good. 9. Oh wait, is that with a?
No, you have.
Oh.
Yeah, you have some. Well, I guess persuasion.
Would I do it with persuasion?
Yeah.
Persuasion.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. So that would be +6. Okay, so that would be a 15.
15. Okay. So what do you say to her?
Catula. Calm down. Look over here. Look over here. Wee.
She looks in your direction curiously. You take
Yeah.
like a string.
Like a cat with a string.
Listen. Just look into my eyes and try to stay calm. Okay? Come back over here.
See, she very reluctantly takes a couple of steps forward towards you. See her ears go flat. She looks somewhat abashed. Says,
That's it. That's it.
I can't take it anymore.
Yes, no, take what?
The song is.
I know. I hate when a song that I can't stand gets stuck in my head. You know what I'm saying? But you need to just relax, okay? Let's sing something else. Guys, help me out here.
I'm singing a drinking song.
A 15 is actually everything that is exactly what you needed. So you start leading her down away from the hatch. It takes a little bit of coaxing. You see she waves her hand, and the vines and weeds disappear back into the cracks, and she allows herself to be led back down into the library, and she sits and kind of slumps defeated in one of the study chairs that are there.
How are you feeling?
Say, thank you, but I can't stop singing this song. I need everybody to give me a concentration check. DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
And finally,
I got a straight 10.
8.
13.
16.
Okay. So anybody who rolled under a 10 at this exact moment, including Ebdar, are singing this song. You can also still hear, since you didn't do anything about the skull, you can still hear that baritone kind of echoing up the step.
No, I like him.
below.
Let's keep him. We should keep him.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's holding down
So-
the baseline, baby.
I'm not gonna even say anything to anyone else. I'm gonna go with the warhammer and walk straight towards that skull and smash it to pieces.
Oh, what? Come on, Ben.
Well, before you can get more than a couple of steps across the main library to descend the spiral staircase down where the skull is, you feel this thick pressure in the air. It almost presses down on you from all sides, prickling at your nerves. Your muscles twitch as though something is yanking on them with invisible strings. You see that Crinkle and Galby scream and go running towards the stairs. All right, so let's see. There are 6.
I don't like that bird.
Thumbs up with that bird.
The bird was in the Firefly closet with the skull, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing bad has happened to Crinkle.
It's true.
I'm just saying.
We still haven't made it to the
You
back.
guys did pretty well. Only Brother Ven and Grim are affected by this, possibly affected by this. So you have to give me a DC 15 Charisma saving throw.
Oh. All right, here we go.
Nope. Got a 12.
No, I got a 5.
Okay. All right, so let's roll some initiative.
Where the hell's my die go?
I got a 12.
Jim, have I donned my armor yet?
Yes. So you come back up the stairs just as Crinkle and Galeby go running back in the other direction. All right. So Lady Soraya, what'd you get?
Oh, so was I supposed to roll too?
Yeah, roll.
Sure. Yes. Everybody.
Oh,
roll it.
sorry.
That's okay.
I'm a little bit.
Grim, what'd you get?
16.
16.
It was
okay.
what was the roll for?
Initiative.
Yep. Initiative.
You
are plus
14.
14. Okay.
Yes.
Donovan,
2.
a 2.
2.
Radley,
9.
9. Okay. And Brother Van,
12.
12. Okay. And let's roll for Cthulhu. Cthulhu. All right. In front of Radley. And all right. Crinkle, Lady Varner is unconscious, and Crinkle and right. We still have Ebner. Oh, a natural 1 for Ebner. Okay, Grim Haney, you are first. You turn. You feel control has completely been taken from you. You turn towards some people nearby. Let's fire up the mini cam. I feel like the mini cam is required.
Lighting.
I feel like the mini cam
Get
should
some
have
of
some
this
like music.
terrain.
There should be like mini cam music.
Yeah, we need some theatrical.
What is that? Like that sounded like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Why not? That music would work perfectly here.
Yeah.
That, or I've been looking for an excuse to bring back the Beetleborgs theme song. Do you guys remember Beetleborgs?
No, I can't say that I do.
No.
Listen, Beetleborgs were like, they were the bad Power Rangers, but they were way better than the Power Rangers. So first of all, forget all the dinosaurs. Everybody was a beetle. Okay, so right off the bat, better show, right? And their headquarters, instead of like being like Zordon and the robot or whatever, was a haunted mansion with like the Universal classic monsters, like the Wolfman and Dracula. This sounds like I'm making the show up. But I am not. Beetleborgs was real. And the theme song would go something like, Big Bad Beetleborgs, Big Bad Beetleborgs. And it was cool, it was hip, but it also had kind of like an operatic quality to it. And it was a way better show than Power Rangers, but Power Rangers had the toys.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Beetleborgs. Wow.
How's that for filling some
Something
time?
new every day.
Beetleborg. Nicely
Fill in
done.
some time.
Beetleborg. Okay, so Zach, we got the mini cam going.
Yep.
All right.
Oh,
There we go. All right. So at the moment, we see that you are right here, Grim. That's you right there. You're right next to Brother Ven, but you're not going to attack Brother Ven. You are actually going to run around the table at Lady Soraya, pulling daggers out as you go.
And I guess there's nothing I can do to stop myself, right?
There is nothing you can do until the end of your turn.
Oh, no.
I believe you get another save at the end of your turn. So go ahead and do 2 attacks.
Is it 2 or 1?
I mean, one for me is like my offhand, which is a bonus action.
Right.
So I got a. What do I got? I got a 10. Yay! I got a 10. I got a 10, but I also got a 14.
Those both miss, I think. Babe, right? Your AC is 15 with armor, with mage armor.
16,
Yep.
I think. 16.
It's 15, yeah.
So 2 misses. Yay!
Okay, so 2 misses. So you suddenly feel compelled to go and just try to slice Soraya's throat.
Jeez.
So you go leaping over the table, pull out 2 daggers, magical daggers out of your bandolier, and just try to stab her. And she, luckily, the magical aura she has around her protects her from damage.
Am I able to speak or anything?
No, but you are 100% aware of your surroundings. You just have no control of your limbs. You see he's moving kind of all like kind of herky jerky like a marionette. And at the end of your saving throw, you do get another save.
At the end of my
Great.
At
What's
the end of your
going
turn.
on?
So DC 15 charisma saving throw right now.
got a 1.
Oh,
Great. It's great.
Lady Soraya, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. So right now he's my only enemy, right?
Well, Brother Ven hasn't gone yet.
Oh.
but yeah. So she doesn't know that, though. She doesn't know about me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go. Oh, I don't want to hurt my friend.
Do what you got to do because it is what it is.
I think I'm gonna cast sleep.
Cool.
Okay.
That shouldn't be harmful.
Now, sleep is a large area. So you're going to just try to cast it kind of behind Grim, so it just catches Grim in the radius.
Oh, right.
Looks like you can do that because Grim is over here kind of off on his own. This is Grim right here. So if you cast it back here.
Yeah, and it's like a 20-foot radius around him, right?
Well, you can catch him in the corner of it.
Right.
So, like,
so you can
you just
basically
kinda
cast it
place-
like
Like in the
15
other-
feet
okay,
behind
yeah.
him, so it just catches him and misses you.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't know what's going on with everybody else yet. I don't want to. I don't want to be left alone here.
Put everybody to sleep just in case.
All right, babe, you got to roll 5d8.
Yep, that's it. Just like
I do?
5d8.
Yeah,
Yep.
5d8.
I don't
That's how
see
many
that.
hit points worth of people are going to go.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
saving throw.
okay. Wouldn't I have that here on my?
Yeah, it should be. If you look at sleep, it says Roll 5d8 is the second sentence. Description.
Yeah. You roll 5d8 and you
Oh,
get that many.
you're right.
hit
Okay, so
points
if
of
I
characters.
hit cast, it'll do it.
Yep. Good.
Got it. Oh, no, it doesn't do it. Okay, I'll do it here. It's fine. Okay, 2d.
The one with 8 sides on it.
I see. I have a lot of them. Hold on, I think I have it over here. Okay, there's one here, and then there's one.
You need to get 20.
2 of them. Okay.
N-
Oh boy. A 1 and an 8. How does
That's
that work?
9. That's 9. So
Nine.
keep going.
Okay.
You need 3 more.
You need 11 points.
I do it again, both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm new at this.
It's okay. It's all right.
Oh, another 8 and a 2.
You need 1 more point. So you have 1 more die, right?
Yeah. So
Well,
she's
good.
got it because she can't roll anything less than a 1.
Yep. Go ahead, roll it anyway, just to see.
Okay.
1 more die.
Okay. Just 1.
Just 1. Yep.
Well, it's a 5.
5 more. Okay.
All
So
right.
that's enough to take down Grim.
Well, I go to sleep instead of trying to murder you. Thank you very much. I
Okay.
appreciate it more than you probably understand.
So yes, all of a sudden Grim just slumps down to the ground in front of you. You see, he was trying to murder you, and you mumble a few words, and you throw some sand, and all of a sudden his eyes just kind of slump, and he just lays down on the ground and starts snoring. Well done. Very well done. Good job. Okay. Now it is Ven's turn. And Brother Ven takes out the Warhammer that he was just given. Did you give him that Warhammer? You did, right?
I
Yes.
did, yeah.
And he turns and he sees Radley standing right next to him. And he
Oh, no.
raises his Warhammer.
All
Go ahead and make a melee attack.
right. I'm using my worst dice. So here we go. Natural 20.
No. Get out of here.
I swear you. I wish you could get. I don't know if you could see. I rolled out, but yeah, I
Well,
rolled
good
a
night,
nat 20.
everybody.
Oh, I also forgot to mention that while they are doing this, they are singing this rhyme at full volume. At least
Oh,
Grim
can't
was
believe
until
I
he
rolled
fell
a
asleep.
nat 20.
All right, go ahead, roll. Double dice.
1d8.
So 2d8.
Oh. A 1 and a 7. So 8 plus 2, 10.
10.
I'm down.
So you wallop poor Radley right in the head, and he just drops like a sack of potatoes. End of your turn. You can go ahead and give me another.
Yeah, here's my
DC 15 charisma.
charisma. It's a check, right? Charisma check?
Charisma save.
Right. So 14 plus 4, 18.
All right. So you
Yeah.
realize what you've done. You're standing there with your bloody
Radley,
Warhammer.
what have I done? I am sorry.
Okay. It is Cthulhu's turn. You see, she's. Oh wait, did I save for her? I thought I did. Yeah, 18. So she is not affected by this. She's just kind of crouching, and you see she's pulled a dagger out from her waistband, and she's got her claws out with the other hand, and she's just kind of eyes are wide, and she's just waiting for someone to approach her. That's what she does. Radley, it is your turn.
Rolling my first death save.
Yep.
Rolled a 4.
Roll a 4. You're bleeding out. Your head smashed in. Donovan, your turn.
Okay. Can I get to Radley?
Yeah, you are standing. Actually, you're over here in the stairs.
Is that
Right over here to the far left.
okay?
Okay. And you want to try to get to Radley?
If I can, yeah.
Not quite. You can get right up next to Lady Soraya with 30 feet.
Okay.
You could get up to him, but you don't have an action, or you could take an action from where you are. It would seem that one of the enemies is sleeping and the other has come to his senses.
Right. Okay. So I'll just run up, stand there, and watch to see what happens.
All right. So you run up to Radley.
Yeah.
All right. Give me one more death save, Radley. Or actually, do you want to do spare the dying? on
No,
your next
I'm gonna.
turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna cure wounds.
Okay.
Just
So
cure them.
that would happen before Radley's turn. So go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna cure wounds here. I rolled a 6 plus 3, 9.9 HP back.
Hooray!
I am so sorry. Forgive me. I don't know what came over me.
You
Ow!
put your hand to your head. You could feel the sticky blood. Your whole face is covered with sticky red blood.
My hair. I just sit up and stare around me. Are there any enemies? What does Radley see?
Right now, nothing except you see that Grim is sleeping in a heap on the floor next to Lady Soraya. Other than that, everybody seems to be in control of their faculties at the moment.
All right, I stagger to my feet and I just say, "All right, well, I think we need to get to that binding room."
Out of character for a second. The sleep only lasts a minute. How?
Yeah, it lasts a minute.
A minute, which is 10 rounds in combat. So that's a long time in combat.
Oh, gotcha.
Because a combat round is 6 seconds. So
I was gonna say,
So,
guys, I think I should tell you that Green tried to kill me. So before he wakes up, we need to figure out the situation.
Oh.
Should we smash the skull?
Grim's skull?
No.
No. No.
Oh. All right, it's worth
The
a shot.
baritone.
Damn, he was really
Brother-
holding down the baseline.
Brother
now.
Ben is so disgusted with himself. He's just gonna walk straight for that skull and smash it with his warhammer.
He's been dying to smash.
you know that Grim is going to be waking up any moment. You want to do anything about that?
Yeah, we should probably.
Well, you're going to go down and smash the skull, right? But
Right.
that's
Yeah,
what
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna go down and smash the skull.
I could try to keep him grappled.
Or restrain him somehow, maybe.
Yeah.
Like rope. Anybody tie a rope? Like
You guys easily know where my weapons are because I wear them on a bandolier. So
Okay. So we could disarm him.
it stands out quite a bit.
Yeah, let's take all his weapons.
And his clothes. No? Just
Again, Radley?
just the weapons, sorry.
Draw-
just
Draw
the
something
weapons
on
then.
his face while he's sleeping.
The pig- the
How many times do you have to tell you no hazing?
All right.
All right, so you go to smash the skull. You're down there, and he's like, "See your son doing his chores." Silence. But then you find yourself momentarily lapse, and you pick up right where the skull left off, singing.
You are not
Did
the
not
skull.
work.
Meanwhile, back up at the library floor, you wake up after a minute.
Oh, that was so refreshing.
Give me a saving throw right away. Charisma.
Okay. Come on, baby. Come on. Don't make it.
All right. So Grim comes to. You see, as soon as his eyes clear, he starts to sing the rhyme at the top of his lungs, and he comes charging towards you again. So right.
Ugh.
Towards me again?
I guess so.
And I like, help me!
So make an unarmed attack or a grapple. Do a grapple. That'd be athletics.
Great.
Maya,
I do a grapple?
No, I rolled a 3, so
you would
Oh.
oppose with either acrobatics
Oh, he
or
You-
athletics.
You can oppose with acrobatics or athletics. I would acrobatics.
I think you could just stand there since I rolled a 3.
Acrobatics are
I
plus
think
2.
acrobatics for sure.
Yeah, you need a 2 or higher, basically.
Okay. All right. 19 plus 2.
Oh,
Nice.
21.
That is higher.
okay. So Grim comes charging at you and tries to tackle you, and you easily just kind of sidestep him and trip him as he goes by. He goes kind of.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
He goes pinwheeling forward, turns around. What are you guys gonna do? You see it still really just an enraged Grim, which is a frightening thing.
I guess
Well, if it's the end of my turn, I can roll again. No.
Yeah. Well, everybody else can go before you.
Okay. But and obviously somebody.
Oh, yeah, actually, it is the end of your turn. So go ahead and roll. Nope.
Build again? Oh my gosh.
it
Put
seems
that dice
the
in
only
dice,
way
dice jail.
to write this is to.
I'm using different dice.
Ven, how did you come to? You just passed the save?
Yeah.
We just have to restrain him long enough for him to pass, honestly.
Yeah.
Or we
Yeah.
have to knock him unconscious and
Probably should've.
and cure him.
Probably
Climb up
should have
to one of those
restrained him.
columns. Yeah.
Before he woke up, restraining him would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
So he picks up a chair and he smashes a chair, and now he has like a little club. All right. So what are the rest of you doing? Nothing. You're just gonna.
No, I'll cast sleep on him.
All right.
Oh Lord.
You probably you are all amongst each other now, so you know that the person with the lowest hit points is going to go first. The way it's all spaced now.
Oh, I can't get Grim alone.
Not at this point. No. Now he's in amongst you guys. Now Grim is.
And I still have a decent amount of hit points. I don't look too beat up, except for the bloody nose from when I got that psychic thing the first time.
You could try. You could try to just
Bradley.
snatch him. I'll make you do an Arcana check to hit his
If you
AC.
put us all to sleep, Bradley, just make sure you pin him down.
Arcana
Okay?
check is a critical. I don't know if that
Okay.
helps with positioning, but
Yep.
I know stuff about sleep.
So as he's kind of coming around to attack Lady Soraya again, you place that sleep perfectly. How does it go with the material components and everything? I really want to hear how the material components of that spell.
Let me consult my material components guide for sleep. Oh yeah.
No, all you need is a wand, and all that goes away.
A pinch of fine sand, rose petals, and/or a cricket. So
let's
I
split
think
it.
I reach into my component pouch and like I've got the sand and the rose petals there, and I'm like, need a cricket. I just like look around. There's like there happens to be one on the floor. So like the whole game stops for a second because I see there's a cricket there. I just like I reach down. I happen to get it. I happen to get it in my hand just in time to hit Grim with the sleep spell.
You're really gonna make me regret this whole material
Yeah.
component thing, aren't you?
Yep.
All right, go ahead, roll some dice.
So it's 5d8, so 7 and
5d8.
4 is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
I'm out.
Grim. He's
I'm
out
out.
again.
You made it by 1 point.
Grim picks up a chair, he smashes it into a club, he brandishes the club and slumps to the ground again, snoring.
All right, restrain him this time, and I'm like picking cricket legs off my hand.
All right, so you restrain Grim. Grim, you wake up a minute later. You are restrained.
Can I make it?
Make another saving throw.
All right.
Grim, we had to cut off your arms and legs. I'm sorry.
I rolled a 19.
Finally.
You finally come to your senses.
Ah, I don't know what to say. This is the same thing that happened before. I'm sorry for everything. I'm attacking everybody. It's not
It's
me.
all right. I was about to draw a big penis on your face, but I thought better of it.
Well,
I just want to know why you weren't attacking everybody, just me.
I don't know. The first time it made me attack Donovan. This time it made me attack you. I don't know.
How often does this happen?
Only today in this place.
Okay, just checking.
I'm very sorry.
It's not your fault.
No, I don't think it is, but it's we got to do something about it.
Guys, it's getting out of control.
So at this point, Brother Ven, you are back out of the room where you destroyed the skull. And the singing stopped. You see you see Galeby, and she's standing in the doorway of Crinkle's room. And you see there's blood spattered on her face and down the front of her clothes. And she's shaking with wide eyes and holding a large square book that has blood on the corner of this metal spine. You see that it is also covered with kind of like caked with dirt.
Gilsby, put that down. Put it down.
She, with wide eyes, very slowly leans over and puts the book down on the ground.
Get away, get away.
So I want to walk up to it and see if I can. I mean, I have no more spells, so I can't cast detect magic again. But is there any other? Can I read what's the book's name?
Yes, it is a strange book, but on the cover you clearly see that it is called Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme.
I believe I found it.
Yes. Whose blood is that? Was anyone wondering that? I was wondering.
I was wondering that.
So
Gilby,
now what to do? What I mean, we gotta somehow. I'm hesitant to say destroy the book, but what? Does anybody else have any ideas?
I kind of actually want to walk around Galby and the book just to see who's in the room bleeding.
Okay, so you see that the book she's holding, first of all, is made of wood and copper, the cover, and it bears a faded hand-painted rendering of a round millstone. It's about 18 inches square, and it looks like it's like there's metal set in the book as well. The spine looks to be made of metal. You look around the corner and you see into Crinkle's room, which is down at the end of the hall. Crinkle's room is crawling with wingless larval fireflies. Thousands of tiny glowworms cling to every surface, shedding light throughout. A canvas hammock hangs between two pillars near the center of the room. An engraving of a goat wearing a crown leans against the north wall. Against the far wall is Crinkle's slumped form.
Wow. Is Crinkle dead?
You're going to go in and check?
I'll check to see if Crinkle's dead, sure.
She is breathing ragged breaths. She's unconscious.
Medic!
I will cast Spare the Dying on Crinkle.
Okay. She seems stable.
Crinkle, I'm sorry this happened. We will figure this out.
She's not conscious, but she is stable.
Has
What kind of wound did Crinkle have?
It's the thought that counts, Crinkle.
There's a big gash in her head.
Donovan, perhaps if you can.
I can lay.
I am powerless at the moment, but Lady Vonner, if we can bring her back and perhaps show her the book, she might have a solution.
He's unconscious, right, James?
Yeah, Varner's unconscious.
And where's Galby? Galby's right here.
Yes.
Galby, did you have to hit Crinkle?
She nods solemnly.
Okay. Wow. Well done.
And
So I'll run up to Crinkle then, and
I'm so conflicted about Crinkle. Like, we
I
don't know
know.
that Crinkle is guilty. How could you?
Part of me
So
feels like he's
Just
part of it.
flip-flopping
or she's
around like
part of it.
I mean, as someone who's attacked half the party, I mean, I'm glad the kid was able to defend herself.
you see Cthulhu and Ebder come down, and they kind of take Galby and usher her back up to the library away from.
So they leave the book?
Yeah, they look at they don't even know what's going on. They weren't there for that whole.
Let's take a look at this sucker.
Yeah, what's in this book?
Okay. So you pick up the book.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Breakfast.
All
of
right. You see,
Champions.
like
What
I
is
said,
this?
it seems to be made of wood and brass. The cover, and when you open it, much to your surprise, it's really not a book at all. It is more of a clockwork mechanical pop-up book with a couple of little mechanical scenes. And as soon as you open the book, it starts to play.
Oh, it's an audiobook. That counts as reading, James, you elitist.
I assume you're doing this up in the library area?
Sure. How about in the binding area of the library?
Sure.
Mm.
So yes, it starts to play, And although the lyrics are do not play, it's a simple music box type situation. You see that these scenes play out, these 3 scenes. And in the first, you see there's a woman with a scythe, and you see there's a man's feet that are cut off by this scythe. And in the second, there's a woman who gets her hand ripped off by a dog. And in the third scene, there is a boy who is drowning. And at all of these scenes, you see that there is this kind of black amorphous cloud type shape with glowing eyes as part of the scene. And as the tune plays, the lyrics play in your mind, even though they you never knew them before. They're old and familiar to you at this point. And then it kind of gets to the point where this fourth scene is about to kind of unfold and do its mechanical thing, and it kind of just goes and goes back to the beginning and kind of skips back to the beginning.
I just look around at the rest of the party. Do any of you know anything about clockwork, instruments, anything that might? The box is stuck. This instrument is stuck. We're playing the same thing over and over again.
I know how to do locks and traps. That's the closest that I know.
Good enough. You're our man. Get over here, Grim Haney.
So
okay. So you take out your thieves' tools.
Yep.
And you put the book on the table, the large table at the center, and you start to mess with it. When you do, you feel the coldness once again.
So you see Grim just, as he's playing, you see Grim just shiver like that.
Yeah, and you see your breath form in front of you. Okay, so give
Grim.
me a.
Here we go.
You're a special boy.
Dexterity
You're a
check.
special boy, Grim Haney.
Give me a dexterity check, and let me see if it gives you a bonus or something for having those tools. Here we go.
I can also cast Mage Hand and give myself an extra hand, which I can use my cunning action to control at the same time as I do another action. And I can use Thieves' Tools with my Mage Hand as part of my kit.
All right, I'm going to give you advantage on the roll because of your Thieves' Tools.
Yeah.
And I'm also, like I said, I'm using Mage Hand as well, which means I effectively have 3 hands.
Oh.
He's very popular with the girls.
And the hand can be invisible.
Ooh.
Which can make you very unpopular with the girls.
Listen.
All right, so am I rolling now?
Yep, dexterity check.
Come on, baby.
With advantage.
I get 22. 17.
Nice.
So you managed to get the top of the music box open, and you see that it's a simple wheel, and there are little indentations on it that prick at the little combs and play the music. And you see that one of them is kind of askew. So that is the first of 3 checks you have to make. But first, you have to give me a DC 13 intelligence saving throw.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Okay. Come on, baby. 19.
19.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you feel this psychic assault. And you manage to grit your teeth and shrug off the majority of the damage.
And I go, it's attacking me. It's attacking me.
And you take 4 hit points of damage. That's half damage. Psychic damage.
I assume my nose starts bleeding again?
Yep.
Okay.
I turn to the shadows. I'm like, come on, Sunshine, pick on someone your own size. Let's go.
All right. Give me another dexterity.
20.
All right.
Not natural.
You pop the wheel back in place, and now all you have to do is align the combs. But give me another DC 13 intelligence saving throw.
Come on, baby. Come
Can
on.
you do it before you're unconscious? Is the question.
Yes, 24.
Nice.
24. Okay.
Grim
You take 2 more points of psychic damage.
Grim Haney.
All right. All right. I'm getting beat up.
Last
Can I-
one. You can barely focus. Your eyes are blurry. There's actually blood pouring out of the corner of them.
That was one's cocked. Nope, I don't make it.
Oh, give me another DC 13 saving throw.
Come on, baby.
Intelligence.
23.
3. All right. 3 more points. Psychic damage.
All right. Not feeling too good.
Can I
You
try
can
to heal him
see,
while
like,
this is going on?
As Grim is working on this thing, you can see this like shadow once in a while forms around him. It's like, and it's attacking him. And you see, he keeps like grunting, and you see like blood pouring out of his ear and down his nose, and he's crying
Oh.
blood.
I'm just trying to like taunt the shadow. It's just in any way I can. Come on, Shenyu, let's go.
All right, I got.
Everything I can.
I rolled a natural 19, so that's a 24.
And 1 more saving throw.
Okay. That I don't make.
That you don't make.
No, so I think I got it done, but I don't make the saving throw.
You take 8 points of psychic damage.
I'm really hurting bad.
All right. You see, you're still conscious?
Barely.
All right. So your knees buckle. The book trembles, and its mechanical workings continue. As it does, the 4th scene pops up, and you can see it is a girl in a mill. And you can see this shadow, as the mechanics turn it, gets rolled underneath of this mill, this giant millstone, I should say. And the words "unbidden" pop into your head of the last stanza, which says, "See a daughter's grinding grain, wish the spirit's time was through. Trap set for the shadow bane, her millstone killed it true."
Wild.
At that moment, you feel the book tremble, its mechanical inner workings squeal to a halt for a moment before whirring back to life. You hear clicks and shadows burst forth from the book like steam from a kettle, collecting along the ceiling until wisps of darkness outline a vague, humanoid, amorphous figure. Meanwhile, the scenes in the book before you transform, creating an entirely new picture that includes tiny cutout figures of yourselves.
It's pretty weird.
All right, so back to the minicam.
Uh-oh.
Grim,
and
how
and
many hit points are you at?
I am tapped.
I'm pretty beat up. I look like I have. I mean, I'm down to like 1/9 of what I normally have.
Okay, because I haven't used my lay of hands for the day, and I have a cure wounds I can use. So
Wow.
I
mean,
have
'cause I can
9
give you,
hit points,
I
but
can
my
give you 10
spirits are
with
high.
delay.
Wow.
Okay.
I look like you could knock me over with a feather.
Don't
So you
tell it
see
that.
this amorphous shape appears and kind of coalesces into this form, and it's flying about maybe 15 or 20 feet up and 20 or 30 feet away from you. I guess it's time to roll initiative.
Jeez.
Sure sounds
Yes,
like.
so
Very well.
Well, now I got him right where I want him.
7. Ben rolled a 7.
16.
Oh man.
Oh man! All right, Grim, what'd you get? What'd you get?
5.
5.
That's a 2 plus 3 because I have plus 3, so it's 5.
Bradley?
I rolled a 16 initiative.
A 16 initiative. Okay, Donovan?
11.
11. Lady Soraya?
13.
13. Okay. Brother Ven?
7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. And Tula. Tula, natural 20 plus 1, 21. All right. So Cthulhu sees this thing appear first, and she is actually going to cast Produce Flame in her hand and try to hurl it at this creature. That is AC 15, so that is enough. She actually hits this shadow. And it passes right through the shadow, but it does seem to do a little bit of damage. You see these eyes kind of flare angrily as the flame does seem to do something, but for the most part, it just passes through it. But that is Cthulhu's turn. And then she kind of darts back behind the bookshelf. Radley, your turn.
Yeah, I have a second level spell slot left, so I'm going to cast Magic Missile with an extra dart.
Okay.
All right, 44 plus 4. I've done better. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage.
12 damage. Magical missiles seem to really strike it, and as these pinpoints of light hit it, it really dispels a great amount of the darkness that makes this thing up. 12 points, you said?
Yeah. So Radley has like a moment where like he really focuses on his technique. He lines up his fingers just right. He shoots out the magic missile, and then like with his movement, he just like very unheroically like just drops to the ground.
Okay. Lady Soraya, it is your turn. You see these magical missiles that have an effect, you believe, on this phantom.
I don't have much. I'm gonna try Witch Bolt.
Witch bolt, okay. That is, I believe, a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, it's I got a 22.
I rolled a 2, so you successfully connect with it.
Let's see, damage.
1d12.
And that would be 11.
Oh, nice.
11.
Awesome.
It's lightning damage.
Yep, lightning damage, which takes half.
Right. So half of 11 is 5 or 6? You rounding up or down?
Always down. So you connect with this shadowy figure, but because it's somewhat insubstantial, you don't think it did full damage, but nevertheless, it seems to be shrinking. You seem to have come right out of the gate here and really done a good amount of damage to it.
And it stays connected,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah,
I
use
can
it
keep-
every time.
okay.
Every turn. Yeah.
Q.
So on its turn, you hear these voices in your head. So let's see. Lady Soraya heard it and Radley heard it. So you two, give me a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
9.
Ooh, 7.
Oof.
Ooh, both fail, huh? Okay. So you each take 4, 5, 7 points of psychic damage.
Good lord. I'm at 2.
Babe, you gotta do a concentration save.
I do?
Oh,
Yeah, for Witch Bolt,
Oh,
DC 10.
because you took damage.
1.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you
the witch
dropped
bolt instantly disappears. Even more ironic is the two of you turn towards each other and attack each other physically. So go ahead and I imagine it's probably daggers, right? You each pull a dagger and try to stab each other. So go ahead and give me a physical attack on the other.
All right.
Oh no.
So
What do I roll that with?
That'd be a D20. You
Again?
would be
Okay.
+4 to hit, Lady Soraya.
Okay.
I'm pleased to tell you I have a horrible melee attack.
8.
12.
+4?
Yeah, that is with the +4.
Oh, nice.
10.
Okay.
I have a -2 strength. 10.
Yeah, so both of you
So,
guys
yeah.
miss.
So it's a little bit of this.
Yeah.
We're like sword fighting, like.
Okay, Donovan, it is your turn.
Oof, man. choices. All right, I'm gonna run up to Grim and lay hands. I'll give him 10.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
All right. Ven, it is your turn.
Okay, so I see it's like hovering on top of a column there. Is it like out of melee range if I walked up to it?
Yeah, it's about 15 feet up.
That's a problem. Is there any way I can get up to it? If I climb something, if I take a chair and use it to like jump? Is there any way?
Probably not, no.
So I cannot do much. I can't really do anything. I will get as close to it as possible. Or rather, no, I won't even do that because I don't even have that many hit points. I'm just gonna stay right here, right where I am.
You don't have any cantrips? Like
Nothing that's gonna reach him at 15 feet in the air, unfortunately.
Sacred Flame?
I do not have Sacred Flame.
Okay. So you're gonna stay where you are?
Yep.
All right, Grim, it is your turn.
All right. This is a long shot, but I'm going to cast. I don't know if this will work on that. If it's Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
So if it's got intelligence, it could work. And if it does work, it has to laugh and it falls prone and falls to the floor.
Right.
So it's DC 13. So let's see. DC 13 Wisdom check. So I point at it. I got some tarts and rose petals, and I throw it in its direction. This is the funniest thing you've ever heard.
It fails its save.
Yes.
So you hear this ghostly laughter starts to echo in the chamber.
You've made it worse.
It does not fall out of the sky because it is immune to prone. However, it is what is it? Restrained?
It's literally supposed to be rolling on the floor laughing, like literally.
So let's see.
It's supposed to be all the creature's supposed to be able to do is crawl on the floor while it laughs. And I understand it's not a regular creature, so I'm just stating what the spell says.
See. It's not called Tasha's, is it? It's just called Hideous Laughter.
Yeah, they used to be called Tasha's, but they made it called Hideous Laughter for.
There we go.
So it's like
on D&D Beyond, if you look on that, they're both there, actually.
Yeah.
Tasha's and Hideous Laughter, but they're exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's prone and incapacitated. It is immune to prone, but it is not immune to incapacitated.
But would the incapacitated bring
can't
it down
take
to the
actions
ground?
or reactions.
Would it float down to the ground though?
No, because it's immune to prone.
But all right, okay.
Okay, so yes, so you see that it is laughing, and this very disturbing laughter is echoing through the library chamber, but it seems to be at the moment at least incapacitated. All right, it is.
Can I say something?
Of course.
I just say anybody who damages it, it'll get a chance to break free of this. I can hold this for about a minute.
Okay.
So with damage, it can get out of that laugh.
Yeah.
It'll okay.
Well, it can break out at every round, every couple of seconds. It can try to get out.
Got it.
I mean, you guys have to make a saving throw to get out of your thing, I think, right?
I was going to say, are Soraya and Radley still under the effects of the thrall? Are we out?
No, it's just one round, I think. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. It's just they do one attack and then they're out of it.
Okay, so we're good.
Yep.
All right.
Whispers of Violence. Okay, so Cthulhu is going to once again. She is actually going. No, she's going to cast Barkskin on herself, and that's her turn. She stays hidden.
So, FYI, when I said earlier my turn when I couldn't do anything, I was just gonna hold my melee. just in
Okay.
case it came within range. Okay, so that's
All right. It can move on its turn now, but it can't do any actions or reactions. So Radley, it is your turn.
I lower my hands from Soraya. Sorry about that.
It could break free anytime.
Right. What is the James? Can you describe how Shemshine dies in the book?
Yes, Shemshine is crushed underneath a millstone.
I realize this is a stupid question, but have we seen a millstone in the Firefly lab?
You have not. No millstone.
there's that big float that book
a
that looks
giant
like a
book, right?
bird.
Yeah, well, if you look up, you see there is a massive book made of stone hanging right over your heads right now. As we
Yeah.
speak.
Oh, is it over Shemshine?
At the moment, no, because it's inside this ring right here. This is where the book hangs, right here, and Shemshine is right there, stunned at the moment.
Does
Not
Shemshine?
stunned.
I'm gonna roll an Arcana. Do I think Shemshine has weight? Like, can I pull Shemshine with a mage hand?
Probably not, given the weakness of a mage hand.
It's 5 pounds.
5 pounds, yeah. You imagine. You're not
How
even
much
sure if
how
Shemshine
much
has
does a
form.
ghost weigh?
That's a good question. How much does a ghost weigh? You're not even sure it has form.
21 grams.
It
21
is
grams?
immune.
Or
It is
that
immune to grappling and prone. So I imagine it doesn't have real form.
I don't know. The girl crushed it with a millstone. I'm just saying.
That's true.
All right. I look around at the party. Do we want to continue to attack this thing?
If you have something good.
Can I
How
look
else?
around? Is there something holding up the book, like ropes, chains?
Big heavy chains, yes,
Where are the chains tethered?
to the ceiling, which is like 60 feet up.
But are they tethered anywhere else? Are they like buttressed to like the walls? Is there anywhere that chain can be accessed other than the roof?
Nope, just the roof. You'd have to run all the way up those 6 flights of steps, and then even then you'd have to jump from one of the balconies onto the chain.
Oh, okay.
Or onto the actual book,
Pretty-
and then
Could be pretty cool though.
Yeah.
or onto the actual book itself. Then you only have to go up about 3 floors.
All right. I just don't want to waste the incapacitated condition. Do you guys just want to just keep attacking this thing? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, it could break out without it, so you might as well.
Yeah. I mean, if we go that route, I can probably smite it, but
Magic missile.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna start running up towards the stairs.
I am walking backward as bait, hoping to set up Omar's move. If that entices it forward when it becomes not incapacitated, that might be nice, but we'll see if that works.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah, so I'm like really taunting it, being like, "Look at you! You're laughing around on the floor. What kind of cursed evil demon monster are you anyway? Look, how could any of us take you seriously?" And I cast magic missile. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. So these missiles go searing through this shadow. And you see this shadow is very insubstantial now. It's
Not a lot of spell
fading.
slots left.
Fading. Lady Soraya, your turn.
I'm gonna try to cause more damage with my witch bolt.
You gotta cast it again.
You'd have to cast
Oh,
it
I
again.
cast it again? Oh.
You'd have to,
Yeah.
because
You
you'd
lost
have to
your
use, how
concentration.
many spell slots do you have left? You
One.
can use sorcery points too to get free one up if you want.
Oh, okay. So, hold on. Oh no, yeah, that was the third. So yeah, how many sorcery points do I have? Where
Just
are
one.
those?
You have 2, so just use one.
So I can use one to get an extra spell slot.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess we'll do that.
Does that
So
count as
which
an
roll?
action, or is that something that just happens as a?
That's a good question. You tell me.
A beam of
Well, then it's
on a hit, the target.
It doesn't say anything. It says you have 2 sorcery points that regain when you finish a long rest. You can use your sorcery points to gain an additional spell slot, or sacrifice spell slots to gain an additional sorcery point as a bonus action. So she can use it as a bonus action.
Bonus. There you go.
And then as an action, cast Witch
Witch
Bolt.
Bolt.
So you
Alright.
can roll again.
Yeah,
Save.
it says yeah. I guess what I was unclear on was you can use your action to deal the 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically.
Yeah, but you lost it because of concentration because she hit you because you got in a fight with Radley and Radley hit you.
Oh, right, this guy.
It was from the damage when it did that to both of you guys, actually.
Got it. Okay, that's why it was unclear. Okay, okay.
It failed its save. So if you cast it again, you hit.
It's actually James. It's actually an attack roll.
Is it?
Yes. It's an attack roll plus 6 for her.
Oh, okay. Roll the hit.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 10, and then you said plus 6?
16, yeah.
16.
That is a hit.
Yeah. So 1d12.
And then, yes, hold on. I'm going to actually roll it for real this time.
Oh, I have to roll the saving throw from when you hit it with the magic missiles, because every time it takes damage, it rolls.
Oh, okay.
You have advantage on that, Jim.
Yeah, it's free. But go ahead, do damage. 7 damage. All right, so it manages to kind of start to move, and as it does, it gets hit once again with the witch bolt, and you see that it reduces down, and it looks like it's going to disappear. But then there's just these 2 eyes are still kind of burning there, and you see even as your witch bolt drains it, which should be to death or to undeath. You see that this little flicker of the eyes, and it does not completely disappear, and it starts to increase in size again.
I'm going to duck behind one of those chairs there.
Get your own chair. This is my chair.
All right, so it's this thing's turn. It is going to target, let's see. We're going to go with evens against Radley, and we're going to do odds against Lady Soraya, since you're the ones who heard it. Or actually, you heard it as well, didn't you, Grim?
No, I put it out of commission. I didn't hurt it.
All right, so yeah, so even worse. 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6 being Grim. Roll one that doesn't fall off the table. So it's going against you, Radley.
Good night, everyone. Again.
Good night, sweet.
Give me a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
You got this. You're a wise man.
21.
Nice.
21. Very good. All right. So you will only take.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, 2 1s. That's not bad. So that would be 16. So you take 8 points
Dead.
of psychic damage.
Death saves again.
Ugh.
I shout right before I'm hit. I'm just like, crush it with a millstone.
So you are unconscious. Donovan, it is your turn.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna try this and then we'll do other stuff. I'm gonna throw a javelin at it.
Okay.
So that is a 20 to hit. Dirty
That
20.
hits.
Okay, and that is a smite.
Oh. Can you smite with the thrown weapon?
Yeah, it says yeah, because it's technically a melee weapon. Because I just read it. It says when you hit with a melee weapon attack.
It's not a melee weapon attack. That's a thrown weapon
You're
attack.
throwing it.
That's a missile weapon attack.
And I can't. It's floating, right? I can't get to it.
No, you still can't get to it. It's still up high.
So that's pointless then. I don't think I can do anything, guys. I mean, I can heal. I guess I can heal Radley.
Yeah.
That's all I got going. Yeah.
That's a pretty good move anyway.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do the cure.
Okay. All right.
D8
So, what are you doing?
plus-
How many?
It's a D8 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is
2.
Yep. So you're gonna get 5 points back.
Hey.
Hey, look at
Thank
that.
you,
You're conscious again.
Donovan.
So every time he comes back to life, Jordan, does he make reference to something else? Does he like?
I think I continued the sentence as if nothing had happened.
Stone.
Crush with a millstone. It's the only way to defeat him. Oh, thank you.
All right, brother Ben.
So how far up the stairs can I get?
You could get, if you full run, 60
Yeah.
feet per turn, half up the stairs. So you're at like the 3rd level.
Okay, so I will continue to climb up. My goal is to jump on
Okay.
top of the book. So,
You're gonna jump on the book.
yep.
All right. So you're on your way up the stairs. You say next turn you could give it a shot.
All right.
All right, Grim, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to point at it and go Pierce, which is Mind Sliver. 13 is his Wisdom saving throw.
13 saving throw. Okay.
All right, it's Wisdom, I think. Let me see. It's hard to read this. It's an Intelligence saving throw. Sorry.
You made it 16
All right, so it doesn't take any damage.
plus 3, 19. All right. Top of the order again. It is Cthulhu's turn. Cthulhu peeks out and she is going to cast. She's really only got Produce Flame, so she's going to try that again. This time it just goes sailing over the thing's head. Doesn't really have a head, but right over its form. Radley, your turn again. You are cautious.
I get up from behind the chair I was hiding behind, and I'm trying to taunt the Shemshime into, I don't know this. I think I'm mispronouncing its name. Shemshime. I'm taunting Shemshime into the circle so that Omar can drop the book on it. I'm just kind of moving it forward, but also I'm terrified. So
Okay.
come on, good. It's right over here, this way. In this general direction. Aha! And just to taunt it, I'm just gonna throw a firebolt at it. It's all I got left.
All right.
That's maybe a hit. 14.
14 is a hit.
Okay. The firebolt is 1d10. Let's see what happens. All right. I'm taunting him, and he takes one damage.
Okay.
One.
1. So it does not seem to do much. Give me an insight. Give me an insight check.
17 plus 4, 21.
21. So you notice when you're taunting him, when you move towards the book, it kind of moves towards you.
Oh, someone get the book and move him into position. Do the thing.
All right. Lady Soraya, it is your turn.
I'm gonna just go ahead and use Firebolt again.
All right.
That's all I got.
It's still attached. Witch Bolt is still
Oh, yeah.
attached.
Witch Bolt is still
Oh,
going.
that
You hit.
that
Yeah.
keeps confusing me.
No, no,
Yeah,
because
he
you haven't taken
automatically
any
gets hit with
damage.
Witch Bolt.
So roll a d12.
So roll a d12. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we
And
go.
then you can do another attack because it's not concentration.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can roll another attack that isn't a concentration attack.
So I got a 6 on the damage.
Okay.
Okay. And now I can roll to attack Firebolt? Is that how that
No, I think it's actually an action to do that with Witch Bolt. You just don't have to roll a hit. It's not a bonus action.
Right. Correct.
Oh,
You can use your action to deal 1d12 automatically.
Right.
Use your
Oh,
action.
so I can.
I see.
But if you have any bonus actions,
Right.
I don't think you do.
Oh, I don't. Okay, so that's
Yeah,
it
you
for
don't.
me, right?
Yeah, you're done.
Okay.
All right.
I
So
would-
you see
I-
that
I
once
wanna
again,
move
it
out
kind of
underneath the book. So
you see that once again, it's kind of completely dissipates.
Am I underneath the book? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You are underneath the book at the moment. Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to be there.
Move out of there. All right, so it completely dissipates for a moment, and then the eyes glow, and you see it starts to reform again. And you back up away from the book.
So we can't kill it naturally.
Why are you on the ground, Radley? Did you get up yet? Not yet, right? Oh, you did.
I wanted to move away. Yeah.
Okay. So it is Shemshine's turn again. Is it really already? That's terrible. Let's see if it recharges its Howling Babble.
uh-oh.
It does recharge its Howling Babble. This time it is going to, since who has the book? Did you actually take the book with you, Radley? You left it on the table.
I didn't really know to do that until my turn was over.
Okay. Well, I mean, the book is right now on the table underneath the big sculpture.
That's a good thing.
So the closest person to it is Grim. So it is going to attack Grim with its Howling Babble attack. You hear this cacophony of voices in your head. Give me a saving throw, a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
I get a 19.
19. Okay, good. So you only take half damage from that.
It was actually a 20, but okay.
You take 9 points of psychic damage,
Damn.
and you are not stunned.
I'm pretty hurt though.
And yeah, this thing is like
He hurt my feelings.
he hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
This thing is right in the middle of the room now, right hovering above the book. Ven, it is your turn.
I will hold my action.
Donovan, sorry, Donovan, your turn.
Okay.
Brother Ven, what were you doing again?
I'm climbing up to jump on top of the book and hopefully bring it down in some form over the creature and crush it.
Hey Donovan, maybe if you hit the book with your weapon, maybe that'll help. The book on the table, the little book.
Okay, try to smash it.
I don't know. It's just a thought. Should we?
I would also consider that if you're trapped underneath, it's probably not a good idea. This book is going to encompass that whole area where.
No, I'm talking about the little book. What do you think? What do you guys think?
I don't know. We repaired the little book.
Yeah, we did repair it, but I don't know.
I just mean to say, like, it would. I don't know. I guess this is meta. This is metagaming, but it's like the quest can't be fix the book, destroy the book. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Well, I'm thinking I was gonna climb up and try to help Brother Ven.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a move as long as no one's under the big book.
Yeah, I think
right?
I'll do that.
Right. So you dash for the stairs.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you under it, Grim?
Yes.
Grim is the last one under it.
Okay,
now
Brother Ven, it is
All right,
your
so
turn.
Then my plan is so I'm at the edge of the balcony, ready to jump. Right? Is that where I am?
That's
So
where you are. Yep.
I'm gonna scream, "Get out from underneath this!" And I'm gonna hold my action, and my action will be to jump on it and bring my warhammer down. And if I can, I want to break the chain right where it meets the book, holding on to the chain with my other hand as I crack the base of this chain where it's attached to the book, to the sculpture. I want to mention that I am also willing, if allowed, to use my War Priest ability to give me a second attack, to hit it as with 2 hits if possible, to make sure that I'm capable of breaking it. But all this is contingent on whether or not everybody gets out from underneath it in time.
Okay.
For my turn.
All right. So he's holding. So do I go next?
You go next.
All right. I am going to now. I can cast a spell and then move away with my uncanny cunning action, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to.
You can just move away with your movement.
Say again, please.
You can just move away with your movement.
Well, I don't want to provoke an attack of opportunity if it has melee attacks. I don't know if it does.
It's too high up to do that.
All right, so I'm going to cast my final first level spell slot and cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter one more time.
Okay.
And I point at it and say, "This is again the funniest thing you've ever heard."
All right. What kind of save is that?
It is, if I had better eyes, it's a Wisdom 13.
Okay, so I rolled a 14 plus 2. So,
all right, and then I move away and I move past the, towards that big green mouth. No, towards yes, thank you.
All right. So you see, finally, you see Grim run out from underneath, and go ahead and make your jump. Give me an athletics check.
Athletics. All right, I'm going to use this dice. Athletics. Okay, here we go. That is an 8.
An 8. Okay, so you've got all these big plans. You're thinking, I'm going to hit it twice, and you go leaping, and you barely manage to catch the nearest chain, and the whole book kind of.
Right, now I gotta time it. So that's
now it's swinging back and forth very, very slowly. And you see up above, you see these 3 chains that are holding the book in place. There's dust and pieces of rock falling out of the ceiling. And Shemshime looks up. You can see these eyes kind of look up towards the ceiling. It is
It was
Cthulhu's turn.
It was gonna be this cinematic moment of awesomeness.
Yep.
and my foot caught the edge of the banister.
Yep.
At least you
And
didn't fall all the way down.
I went like face first into the sculpture.
Actually, give me a strength saving throw just to make sure to see if you're holding onto the chain.
Yeah, this is a good one. 19.
Okay, so you are holding onto the chain, but you're just like hanging off the edge, and this
Right.
thing is just swinging slowly back and forth.
Okay.
Cthulhu just takes one look up at that and then just runs behind the books. She moves further back. Radley, it's your turn.
Oh,
I
it's
think
still
I'm
got
trying to-
hideous laughter, right?
No, I didn't. It made the
It
save.
failed. Oh,
It made the save against
got
me.
it. Okay, got it.
I think I'm trying to help out Ven at this point. I'm gonna firebolt one of the chains, like trying
Okay.
to hit the like one of the chains just to
All right.
try to drop him.
How much do you weigh, Ben?
I'm a big boy. I'm probably 200.
Okay.
Yeah, in that range.
All right.
I don't know how tiefling bone density is, but you know what? Considering I have
You
giant
don't know that?
horns. Hold on a second. Considering I have giant horns and a tail that's prehensile, that's probably very muscled. I would say I probably weigh about 230.
And I read Ven's backstory, and he's got an adamantium skeleton, and actually, even though he doesn't look it, he weighs 500 pounds. Snick it. I rolled a dirty 20 for the firebolt.
That's enough to hit a chain.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. So you hit one of the chains and you see it's glowing red hot, and you hear this like plink, plink, plink noise as it starts to separate. Lady Soraya?
I roll another d12 to keep
bolt.
damaging with the
Okay.
witch bolt. 3.
3. Okay, so that doesn't do so much damage, but it is still connected to this essence that is Shemshime. It is, however, his turn, or its turn. And you can see it looks up, and it starts to fly upward. So yeah, it doesn't have to get close. Let me see if it recharges its ability again. It does not this time. So it actually flies all the way up. You're 40 feet in the air. And Brother Ven, you see this shape, this amorphous shape come up over the edge, and it physically tries to attack you with its touch. That is AC 13.
That hits.
And second attack, that's lower. That's AC 12.
Without my shield and my armor, I'm bait. I got hit again. That's
It hit twice. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going down.
Yeah. So it just touches you, and you feel this.
A lot of dice.
That's a lot of dice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
15 points of psychic damage.
Is that total?
Yeah.
Or is there another hit coming?
No, that's it.
Okay, so I am down. So I am unconscious.
Okay. So you see, Shemshine goes flying up and just touches Brother Grimm.
Ven.
Brother Ven.
I knew that was going to
And-
happen at some point. The Brother Grimm thing.
His eyes roll back into his head, and he slowly starts sliding off the edge and plummets 40 feet down to the
Whoa.
ground. So you hit the ground hard. You fail one of your death saving throws.
Okay.
And you are in a broken heap, dangerously close to where this thing would fall. At this point, the entire thing is moving back and forth, and you hear these chains kind of stretching and popping as they pull out of the ceiling. Donovan, it is your turn.
Come on, Donovan,
All
pull it
right.
out, buddy.
The Shemshime, does it go back toward the small book down below, or does it kind of just hover?
Menacing.
Right
Or
now,
Brother Van
Shemshine
was.
he's above the book. Like he's above. He wouldn't get caught underneath the big book if it fell.
Okay, and this thing's rocking slowly. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty much up at the top of the staircase now, right?
Sure.
Okay, so I want to time it. I want to try to run and jump and see if I can get the book to smash this thing into the wall.
Oh, okay. So you'd have to run around the other side then of the balcony.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you go running around the other side of the balcony,
Mhm.
and you're going to leap from there.
I want to leap, try to land on the book, and push it so it hits Shemshime against the wall.
Smashes it into the wall.
Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be quite the check. So go ahead, give me an athletics. Let's see how you
Roll
do.
an 8.
All right. Athletics. That is a 24.
Nice.
What? Wow. Okay. All right.
And that's
So-
with my lowered strength right now.
It comes swinging back towards you, and when it does, you leap off of the balcony. You land on it. Your momentum brings this massive book forward at increasing speed, and you see this Shemshine creature kind of looks up, and you see the stone of the book catches him and pushes him backwards into the wall, into the bookshelves that are on the balconies, smashes the railing of the balcony, smashes the bookshelves, and behind you see this explosion of necrotic power. Give me a strength saving throw, or a dex saving throw, actually.
Dex save? Okay. That's a 3.
All right. So when this energy hits you in the face, you go tumbling backwards. You slide off of this massive stone book as the chains pull out of the ceiling and it gives way. So you plummet 40 feet. Oh, that's actually pretty good. You take 11 points of damage when you hit the wooden tables.
Oof, that's exactly what I had.
That's what you had. So
Yep.
you
I'm on
know
track.
no more except darkness. The rest of you, however, see this book, these chains give way, and the book just smashes into the balconies on one side and just start taking each balcony out in turn, and all these bookshelves start collapsing. You guys down below, everybody give me a dexterity saving throw.
Can I try to grab, if he's directly under it, can I try to grab Ben and drag him or no?
Sure.
All
See
right.
how good you do on your dex save.
All right. Come on, baby. Come on.
19.
19.
Let's cook it. Let's see. Nope. We die together.
What did you get, Lady Soraya?
9.
9. Oh, God. What about you? Oh, Donovan is already falling.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay. So, brother Ben, you try to grab him. Huh?
Cthulhu, could you help us
Oh,
out?
Cthulhu. Yes, Cthulhu. Cthulhu has to make a save, too. She makes it, no problem.
She's a
dives out of the way as all these stones come down. Grim, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
unconscious.
Lady Soraya, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ugh.
As this library begins to fall apart around you. You see that who's left? Actually, just Radley. You're the only one conscious, right?
For once.
So yes, Radley, you go leaping out of the way as all these stones and stuff come falling out of the ceiling, crushing bookshelves, crushing this big marble table that was in the middle of the room, just gets smashed into pieces as this book comes down now and just lands on the main floor, crushing these massive bookshelves and causing this explosion of books and rubble. And suddenly it is still. You see Cthulhu kind of comes out from hiding, and she immediately starts tending to the fallen.
Hey, I guess we really threw the book at him.
I think I might get fired for this one.
Wow. All right, so I need death saves all around here. We've got some serious death saves. Let's
Yep.
see
All
how
right.
quickly we can get you guys patched up.
If you go exactly to 0, do you make death saves?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I get an 11. 10 or better,
20,
right?
not 20.
At 20,
Oh,
that means
so
you're
you
at 1 hit
stabilized.
point.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
actually
Soraya
come
comes
to
back.
consciousness on your own, Lady Soraya, and you're at 1 hit point.
Failed my
I
first-
add 1 hit point?
You're
Yeah,
at 1
you're
hit
at
You're
point.
at
one hit point.
You
You're
come
at
back to
one
life
hit
at
point.
1.
So if you make a death saving throw and you roll a 20, you actually become conscious with 1 hit point.
So what does that mean? I only have 1 hit point.
Right
Yeah,
now,
but you're-
yeah,
but
you
you're
have
As-
one
as
hit
opposed
point, as
to-
opposed to 0.
Right.
I didn't have 0.
Oh, she wasn't
Oh.
dead.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
didn't have
She
0.
wasn't
That's
dead.
why I was confused. I had 2.
She still had
Oh.
hit. She
Oh,
still
you-
had points.
You're still good.
You're not making the save then.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
So
yeah,
you
then
wasted the
you don't have to
nat
make a
20.
death save. yeah.
Damn it!
Wasted that 20. All right, so
Oh.
who failed?
I don't know. I'm down there. Did I have to make another
Yeah.
save or
Yeah.
yeah? Oh,
You're unconscious, right?
yeah.
I
Nat
failed
20.
Nice.
20. Look at that.
Woohoo.
You're like, oh.
Never get that 20 back.
All right, so I'm back at 1 hit point. I'm like,
Yeah, but
what
then-
happened?
Then
Did I do it?
He's gonna-
Did I kill it?
I look at Ven. I think Ven is dying. Ven's like, Mangle, you got him, buddy. You got him real good. You did it. It was all you. I'm like crying.
I knew my plan was good. And I just like pass out again.
All right, so between Cthulhu and I guess Radley, you managed to stop the bleeding, at least stabilize them. Cthulhu can go around and she'll actually cast Cure Wounds. 1 on Grim. You get 6 points back.
Right, and I have 6 then.
1 on brother Ven. You get 8 points back.
Okay.
And does she have another slot? She does. She has 1 more slot. So she will bring Brother Donovan back and another 5 points this time. So
Feel
you see
great.
Cthulhu goes around healing everybody. The incessant song has stopped in your head. You see that Cthulhu also brings senior scribe Varna back to consciousness as well.
When I noticed that she didn't, she had to hook up everybody else, I reach in my pocket and get my good berry. And nibble on it.
You get the 1 hit point back. Actually, no, it's been way more than 24 hours, so it's
Oh, it was only
it's just a
24?
berry now.
And I'm like, ugh.
It's like a rancid blackberry.
Rotten raisin.
Very sour.
It's a raisin.
Good raisin.
Good raisin.
So,
Good raisin.
as Lady Soraya eats her good raisin and Varner kind of wakes up and looks around at the disaster that was the library she was restoring, and a single tear rolls down her cheek. That is where we will leave it for tonight.
Ooh,
Good times.
Good stuff,
good
guys.
stuff.
Yeah,
That was
a
fun.
lot of fun.
Bonnie, I know we destroyed your library, but we need help writing this paper.
Maybe we could get a note saying we don't have to do the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You're like, I hope the military journals were not on that side of the library.
Hopefully, I won't have to sort any more books after this.
Oh, you got a lot more books to sort now.
I'm probably fired, but
You're gonna sort the books from the stones.
yeah.
All right. Well,
Man.
sorry it went so late, but that was fun. I definitely did not want to stop in the middle of that.
That was good.
Yeah.
Times.
yeah,
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
it's awesome.
fun.
That
So
was
thanks
close.
everyone for coming. And
See you
we'll
next
see you
time,
next
guys.
Oh, we will not see you next Sunday because next Sunday is
Mother's Day.
That's
Day.
right. And all the mothers will be
So,
very angry.
Big
But-
honor.
Maybe we'll do another day next week, possibly to replace it.
Okay.
But if
Oh,
not, we
sounds
will definitely see you in 2 weeks from
Yep.
now.
Ew.
But hopefully we'll get another game in at some point next week to replace our Mother's Day game.
Okay,
Excellent.
great.
All right. Very
All right.
good.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks everyone. Have a
Good
good
night,
night.
guys. Take care.
Bye.